Can y'all hear me? Is that better? What I was saying is today I'm going to do just credit consults, just an hour straight of free credit consults. If you guys want to join and receive a credit consult, make sure you click the link that I just pinned in the comment. Click the link that I just pinned in the comment, and then you guys can come up. What's up, though? How y'all doing? Let me see if I can pin it again. All right, I started. What's up, TikTok? How y'all doing? Okay, y'all. So yeah, we just gonna get straight to it. We really can like skip, all the hey and all that. I want to get straight to it because I want to make sure that I have enough time to do as many people as possible. Also, try to limit it to like at the most 2 questions per person, only because I want to get to more people. And we've been to talk for 30 minutes straight, and then it's just like not a lot of people. So I want to get as many people as possible. TikTok, if you're joining, I am giving away free credit consults on YouTube. I'm wrinkled. You just gonna have to ignore it because first of all, I steamed my shirt, and I just don't understand. So you guys will be able to hear them. You sent out your round 1 letters, Andrea. Shout out to you. Keep me updated. Who is this? Hey Jay. Can you hear me?
Hi, can you hear me?
How you doing? Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Oh my gosh. First of all, thank you so much. Like, this is really amazing stuff that you're doing, and it's so helpful for like all of us. So thank you.
You're welcome. Definitely. You're welcome.
Okay, so recently I had my car repossessed, and I'm interested in knowing how is that going to affect my credit?
Okay, so by recent, how recent?
Like a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. So it's fresh. It hasn't even impacted your credit as of yet.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything I say is gonna be, good, but I just want to paint a accurate picture of what you can expect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, being that the vehicle was repossessed, that is, of course, considered a derogatory item on your credit report.
Mm-hmm.
So what will happen is once the system is, updated that the vehicle was repossessed, it will reflect on your credit report in a negative light. Depending on what your score is and how many accounts that you currently have, that would determine how much damage pretty much that it'll cause.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with repossessions are most of them will end up charged off. And you do have to also worry about if the company is going to try to pursue you legally. So my suggestion would be to try your best to work with the company to come to some sort of agreement about a payment arrangement, even if it's $10 a month or, whatever the case may be. I'm exaggerating that, but whatever it is, don't just like go ghost on the company, because what will happen is your credit profile will be affected and they will likely take you to court. So the best thing, honestly, is to just keep contact. It's an unfortunate situation. It already happened. You can absolutely come back from it. You just have to make sure that it doesn't progress further than just a repossession. If you could just keep that as a closed account repossession and you're actively trying to pay it back, that would be the best case scenario. But if you ignore it, like I said, it'll charge it off, likely sell it to a collection agency, and then also sue you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You probably are looking to lose around 50 plus points, give or take, depending on your profile. Do you have any active credit cards?
No, I don't.
Okay, so if you can, you need an active credit card because you're going to need something that'll help you cushion a blow of what the repossession will do to your credit profile. So, being that you don't have any credit cards, your credit profile is considered like empty. It's not a lot adding to your score.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you can get a credit card ASAP, because that's going to be something that's going to actually help you even while going through the process of the repossession.
Okay, so that makes sense, because my next question was going to be like, I'm unemployed right now, so once I do get a job to start the credit repair process, I was going to ask like, what is the first thing I should really focus on? So you think getting a card?
Absolutely. I would absolutely recommend that you get a credit card and then a short-term installment if you can, just because you want to, being that a repossession is considered an installment, you want to show that you have good faith on paying back installments. So it can be a self-lender account, a pledge loan through your bank, just something that you're paying monthly that reports to your credit report in terms of a loan. That's going to help you as well.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really can't thank you enough. So I'll let somebody else go. Thank you again.
You're welcome, girl. You have an amazing day.
Thank you. You too. See you.
You're welcome. All right. Let's see. Hey, Marie.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm great. I just have two questions. I'll try to make it quick. I have a charge off from Bank of America. I paid it off already though. Um, is do you think there's any way I can get that off my credit? Because at the time I didn't know anything about credit and they said that they don't do paid to deletes or anything.
Okay, so how old is it or new?
It's like maybe 4 years old.
Oh, 4. Okay. You've paid it off, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so being that it's a charge off, it's already paid off and it's 4 years old. Um, my advice to you is just to move on past it and continue and to build your credit profile up. That definitely still has impact on your score, but it does not have a large impact on your score unless you haven't built credit since then. So in order to, I guess, see a better picture of your profile and give you more tailored advice, can you give me an idea of what you currently have reporting to your credit report? Like what's on there? Do you have credit cards? Do you have loans? What is actually
So
reporting?
my credit score, I've been working on it since then. Right now it's like my credit score is like 680, but the only two things hurting my report is that from Bank of America, and I also have a voluntary repo from 4 years ago on my credit. Those are the only two things hurting my.
Okay, what is help? What active lines do you have that's helping? Do you have any credit cards?
I have a active lines. I have a few credit cards and a finger HUD account, and also I paid off a car loan, and then I'm on a new car loan now that I'm actively paying off as quick as I can.
Okay, so you have multiple reporting trade lines.
Yes.
Okay. Um, the reason why I say you may have to just like let that charge off go is because the chances of you getting it deleted is very slim. If I'm being honest with you, you paid it and it's 4 years old and it's with a large company like Bank of America, whom tends to have their paperwork in order. They're usually able to easily validate the debt, right? And of course, once you pay something, you already validated your own debt in the eyes of the law. So, um, what is your utilization right now that you have on your active credit cards?
20%. I'm working on paying those down too.
Okay, because I'm just trying to identify opportunities that will help your profile. Because even if you get this charge off deleted, your score is not. I mean, it's not going to go up that much because it's so old at this point. Nor are lenders like. Of course, they still see it, but like if you're able to show and prove that you're a different person in a different financial situation from when 4 years ago, I don't see that being an issue as long as, like I said, you are actively building good credit. You can try to challenge it. I just personally think that it'll be an uphill battle, and you don't. I don't think that you have a large chance of getting it removed. If I'm being honest.
Okay, thank you. And I just have one more question. With the voluntary repo that I had, that was also from 4 years ago when I lost my job. I couldn't make the payment.
Okay.
So I got a letter just like maybe a month ago from the company, and they said that I need to contact them within a week, or else they're gonna send it off. On my credit, it shows that it's charged off. They said if I don't contact them in a week, they're gonna send it to a collection agency. So I
Oh, yeah.
contacted them because now I'm in a better financial situation that I can actually pay that down because it's only $4,000 that I owe.
Mhm.
And but when I called them, they said that they already sold it off to the collection agency, and that you know
Okay. So has that hit your credit report yet? The new collection?
no.
Okay. So you need to send the company that they sold it to a debt validation letter today, like ASAP. Because once they sell it to a collection agency, the collection agency has to give you 30 days before they're able to report it to your credit report. Within that 30 days, that's referred to the Dunning period. And that's the pretty much the only chance that a consumer has to press them on if they're actually able to validate the debt. Being that it is old, 4 years old, they probably are not going to be able to validate it, if I'm being honest. So I think you should send a debt validation letter immediately. Do you have one handy or do you need to see one?
No, I got your DIY credit repair
Okay.
kits. So but I don't know the name of the company because I haven't received a letter or anything. Or
Oh, well,
you
call the original creditor and ask them to give you the information to the collection agency who has
Okay.
ownership of the debt. Yeah, they can't withhold that information from you. If you request it, they have to give it to you. You ask for a mailing address as well as the phone number. You don't need to call them, but I just like to ask for that information and make sure you send the letter ASAP before the dunning period is over.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate all your help.
You're welcome. You have a great day. All right. Let me see. Hey, Jenna.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well.
Dimple.
So,
I'm sorry.
uh,
Dimples.
so I just sent my round one letters off. I'm very excited about that. I
Okay.
wanted to ask about being an authorized user. So the last time I joined your live, I only had the one credit card. So I got a self card because I did self and they will offer to change it to a credit card. And
Yes.
then I'm also with Navy Federal, so I got a secure card.
Mhm.
But the credit limits are very low. So like if I get a tank of gas, my utilization is through the roof. So
Yeah.
my dad offered to put me as an authorized user on one of his cards that has a high limit.
Okay.
And I know you were like something about buying trade lines is not a good idea, but what about being an authorized user on a parent's? Would that help my utilization?
So yes, and you were spot on. I don't think that they're worth it when you have to buy them because it's just a temporary thing. It's like a 30 to 60-day contract, right? It's not worth it. But if you have a family member who, like your dad, has a high limit, I'm sure he has a great history, etc. You don't have to worry about that. Absolutely take that alley-oop. Now, in taking the alley-oop, understand that that is not a substitution for your own primary trade lines. And I know that I'm just saying more so for the audience. When you do have a authorized user account, I always say you make sure you have double primary. So from what you listed, it already sounded like you had more than two primary.
I got 3, yeah.
Perfect. So as long as you have at least double primary trade lines as you do AUs, and it's like I said, not a temporary thing where I'm sure your dad will leave you on until you're able to get your credit in place. Once he puts you on, lower your utilization on all of your current cards, of course. Okay. And then in about, I say give it at least 90 days, I would apply for another card so that you can have a primary trade line with a higher limit. But you need to make sure that at the time of application, your secure cards or whatever cards that you have, I wouldn't even have a single dollar on them.
Okay.
Because they are such low limit, right? You want to show lenders that you can, of course, handle a $200 limit, a $300 limit, whatever. Don't have not even a dollar on them at the time of application. And then you should be good from there for sure. But if it's your dad, absolutely use that. I want my kids to use me. So I just don't recommend buying them.
Right. Got it. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to tell them I'm do it then.
Yes. You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too.
All right. Hey, Michelle. A trade line, for those of you who are asking, a trade line is just an account that reports on your credit report. There are different types of trade lines. Like an authorized user trade line is when you are on someone else's credit card. So it's their credit history is not considered your credit history. Your credit history was not a determining factor to get that card approved or denied. So that is considered an AU account. A primary trade line is accounts that you were approved for in your own name. So if you apply for a credit card and you get approved, that is considered a primary trade line. Lenders will always prioritize primary trade lines over authorized user trade lines because it's a reflection of your credit history and not someone else's. AUs, when I say AUs, I'm just meaning authorized users. AUs can absolutely help you when you're not using them as a clutch for your entire credit profile. You should just use them as a stepping stone and continue to build your own profile, with primary trade lines. Sorry, Michelle.
Oh, no, you're fine. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
Good. I have a quick question.
Okay.
So I got a lease through Toyota.
Okay.
So I have the lease, but when I got it, it was May of 2021. They ran my credit 3 different times on 3 different days.
Mm-hmm.
So would it be too risky to dispute, like try to get the 2 of the 3 inquiries off my report, or should I just leave it alone?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care about inquiries as much as like 99% of people, because I'm just of the belief that if you're like an inquiry will never be the sole reason why your credit is bad. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I am not an inquiry watcher. Like I rather get an inquiry to compare rates or whatever the case to make sure that I'm getting the best rate. I don't trip on inquiries. Most inquiries are deduplicated anyway. So when it comes to buying a house and buying a car, all inquiries that you receive within a 12 to 14 day span that are like inquiries, like you're applying for a car, you're applying for an automobile, they're going to be deduplicated. So it's only going to affect you for the weight of one. You know what I mean? So you can see your profile, but like even if you get those deleted, your score will probably not even move at all. So I wouldn't trip on them, but I mean, of course, there are ways to challenge your inquiries if it's just like bothering you. Because some people, they just don't like seeing them, and I get it. I just, I'm just like, it's not worth my effort. But it's not 3 inquiries. You know what I mean? It's just not doing nothing. Pretty much, you may have lost 2-3 points, maybe 5 at the most. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too. Bye.
All right. Hey, Marisol. Oh, let me get Marisol. All right. I'm going to leave you up here, but I don't know what happened. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so my question is, I have one credit card. It's high utilization. Of course, it's over 30%, but I'm working on getting it down. I have a card through BMW that I got 2 late payments on, and when I sent the letter to get it took off, they said no.
Are you financing directly through BMW or another bank?
I financed it through BMW.
Okay. Yeah, they don't.
They not fucking with me. So I tried to refinance, but I tried to refinance with like Virginia Credit Union, and they said that my utilization was too high. I got like a personal loan that I'm paying down. I think that's like for $15,000, but I'm paying it down, and that's cool. But I can't get another credit card or nothing because I think they're going off of the one that is so high in utilization that they just not fooling with me. So what do you think I should do at this point? Just stop and just pay it down and then refinance and try to get another credit card? Or
I think that you should ask Capital One to refinance it. I think I would try
to.
Capital One is they're one of my favorite companies for refinancing, honestly.
Even with my utilization being high on that one credit card.
What's your overall utilization?
Girl, I'm probably like 70%, if not more.
Okay.
Girl, I ain't been doing right with the utilization.
How many credit cards do you have?
1.
Oh, you did just say that, 1.
Just 1. So
how long would it take you to get to at least 40?
If I do right, probably like 4 months. If I buckle down, probably 4 months. Because I've been doing really good. It's just this move kind of messed me up, so I gotta take that hit. It is what it is.
So let me ask you a question. With BMW, do you have what's your, if you feel comfortable sharing, what's your APR? What's your interest rate?
2.3.
2.3. You want to refinance that?
I mean,
because let's just keep it real. You want to refinance because you got the late payments, but the late payments ain't going nowhere. Even when you refinance, it's still going. I mean, for real, it's still gonna be there.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is with a 2.6. I don't know if you're gonna get better than that right now. Like they not giving. I haven't seen them giving one in a little minute since the car price. I mean the automobile market is crazy. It's like the housing market right now. I haven't seen a lot of 1% given, and that's even. I was looking at a car the other day, and even with an 800, they were still trying to like, I want to give you 2, and I'm just like, I'll wait. So it's not even about they're not giving it for real right now. However, and it's not a lot of rebates or anything right now. But see, because I don't even think Capital One. Oh, my bad. I don't even think Capital One is gonna beat that because normally Capital One, the lowest I've seen them go is like I want to say 1.9, but that was like that wasn't recent. So I don't know if refinancing ain't gonna do nothing for the late payments for sure. But I just don't know if you're gonna get a better rate than that. I don't know. How long ago were the late payments? And you had the car?
So I got the car 2 years ago. I had about, I barely even drive it, but I got it 2 years ago. The late payments were in January and February.
Of this year?
Last year.
So they're at least a year old.
No, it might have been this year.
Might have been okay. So the question just slipped my mind. So what was I? Damn, I had a question. I don't know what the hell I was just gonna ask, but I think I was about to ask, is it a 5-year term?
It's a 6-year term.
6 year. So you 2 years in a 6-year term, you gonna start that over and only gonna you probably not gonna get a better rate? Is it worth it? You know?
No, you're right. It's probably not. But initially, in the beginning, when you finance through the dealership, which I knew better anyway. But I didn't get a bad rate, like you said. But I should have did it sooner. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, you need to go ahead and do it. But the late payments ain't going nowhere. Then I was just like, what do I do next?
Yeah, I think because a lot of people think when that account closes that the late payments no longer like matter. Like, nah, they still there. They still matter.
Right, because that's in my mind, I'm like, okay, these shits need to go away. Like they need to go away. But if they not gonna go away, I guess I could just move on.
Yeah, because look, you 2 years into this loan, so you pretty much 2 years and some change, so you pretty much halfway through the loan.
Right.
To start the loan over all over again, and you not even saving money, is not gonna get rid of the late payment.
Right.
You really just losing credit age at that point, So I don't personally think it's worth it. Of course, you can decide on your own. I just personally, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. You just gotta build on top of that. It takes about 11 on-time payments to undo the impact of one late payment. So you got 22 payments pretty much, and then you'll see your credit profile rebound. The more accounts you have reporting per month is going to be faster, and you're able to get to that 22 sooner. But just build. I would just continue to build. Just let that fall by the wayside and continue to build.
Okay, so about this credit card, so I just need to just get it down under 30 or under 10 before I can start applying for another one, because it's my only one.
Yeah, they said don't apply for no more credit cards with 70%, because they not gonna you just gonna be taking inquiries. You're just gonna be getting inquiries for nothing, because they're not gonna really approve you.
So okay, and then
I would say get it down. Of course, I'm team 10 under 10%, but because you're at 70, at least first try to get it down to 30. You know what I mean? If you can. And before you even think about applying, and then at that point you can determine, like, okay, now I'm comfortable with applying. And I always say you really should have at least a year of perfect payment history. So
on the card,
right, on your entire credit profile. So if your pay payments was from January, I would not recommend that you apply for any credit card until at least next January, because every company is going to look at what you've been doing for the last 12 months.
Okay. Hey, so one more question about the addresses. You said something about try to get your addresses off, like your old addresses, your names and stuff like that. So I'm in the military, so I move about every 3 years. So I'm pretty sure I got plenty of addresses on there. I never looked into it. Is it worth me looking into it? Like, I tried to order my Lexus last week, so I'm waiting on it to come in just to kind of see what's on it.
Right.
I never seen it before. What do you think about that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm seeing,
even though I move.
Yeah, because your old addresses, they don't need to be on your credit profile. The last 1 to 2 at the most, but like places that you've lived 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, it has no bearing or impact on where you're currently at. You don't want to have too many addresses on your credit report ever.
Because I'm pretty sure I got a lot.
Yeah, with military, I see it a lot. Like, y'all be having like 20 plus sometimes. I'll be like,
yeah.
But you just have to take the time to just clean those addresses up. You don't need to be associated with those zip codes, with those addresses, because all of it plays a part in your overall credit profile.
Now, for those addresses, do I send a letter in to the credit bureaus?
Do you have the personal information letter?
I don't. I was looking through some of your TikTok to see if I could get them.
Sure, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Just screenshot it real quick. Let me find it.
Okay.
Is this it right here? Hold on. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Oh, it's so big. Hold on. Let me make it smaller. Can you see that?
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the personal information letter. You would need to include a copy of your ID with the letter. And if your address on the letter is not on your credit, you also need to send a proof of residency.
Okay. Because right now I have like my stuff registered to Alabama, but I guess that has nothing to do with it. I still live in the state of Virginia.
Yeah, they don't look in or get into like where your car.
All that. Okay.
It doesn't have any like impact. Yeah, a lot of people ask me that though, but no, it doesn't have any impact on your credit report. They don't check it. They don't see it. Yeah.
Okay, so I need a year of clean payments before I can apply for a credit card.
What you at a waxing appointment?
You know I am, girl, but I had to get on this call and ask you because I was not finna miss out on this. I've been trying to make sure.
I just love I feel you. But I know I'm getting waxed. But yeah, get those addresses off your credit report for sure.
Okay, and then the late payments, they're just there. I need a year worth of good.
Time is the only solvent for that.
Okay, because I do want to. So I currently have like a townhome that I'm renting out, and things have been good with that. I did a little bit of a forbearance because it's just been crazy, but things have been good with that. The credit card has been having on-time payments. It's the two late payments with BMW, and they are not. They wouldn't budge. I tried. They wouldn't budge.
They don't do good with it. But you know, a lot of prestigious companies don't. They be like, girl, we not no. Take that to Capital One. That's like a lot of like top companies, they don't even entertain them at all. So it's just kind of like how the cookie crumbles with them.
Okay, and then don't worry about refinancing because I ain't gonna get much out of that.
It's gonna be a waste of time. You're just really gonna be losing credit age because I don't think you're gonna get a better rate than that. Not in this, you know.
Okay, and then for my student loans, they're in good standing, but you know they're giving us the option to remove them, so they're adding like little.
Oh, you went out. You went out, Amanda. I don't know what happened. Hey, Antoine, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I'm great.
I have like two questions.
Okay.
First off, I'm trying to buy a home.
Okay.
And this is kind of a little different for me because I already own a home in one state. Okay. But I relocated like 8 years ago and I've been renting ever since. And now I'm trying to purchase a home in another state. Okay. And the problem that I was running into was my debt to income because I'm not getting credit for renting my home in the other state because I don't file it on my taxes. So they don't give me credit for it and it comes as debt. So, and I also had a vehicle that was being financed. So I was trying to get my debt to income ratio down. So my wife was having car problems. So I let her take my vehicle and trade it in. And I had positive equity on it. So she just used it, for the purchase of hers. So that debt came off of me because now I don't have a vehicle in my name. She financed that one in her name.
Right.
And two, I know I'm going to lose it's only like 5 years of history, but I know I'm going to use it if I'm able to be approved for the loan forgiveness on my student loan. And that'll take another $25,000 or so off of my debt to income. So I'm thinking maybe losing the $20,000 that was left on the vehicle that I just got paid off, $17,000 rather, along with the other $25,000 of a student loan. I'm trying to see would that possibly be enough to help me, and still have the other home, to see about being approved for a home.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you a question. So what, other than the car, because I know you say your wife just took that over, right?
Right.
What else in your student loans? We talked about that. What else do you have? What other debt do you have on your credit report?
I have a credit card, but I'm not in debt on it. My utilization is not at 30% where it should be. It's more like 60% right now. And I know I need to get that down. And there's no way that I will go apply for something like that until I got it to where I need to be. That I already know, So other than that, I have no other outside debt. It was just that my income wasn't going to support, them looking at a whole nother mortgage.
So with your student loans, because I don't know what type of loan you were trying to get. I know with FHA, they're doing the new ruling where they're only going to consider up to 1%. Have you tried to get a recent opinion or?
I haven't looked into it since it's been like a couple years since I even looked into it, because no matter what mortgage lender I went to, it was the same scenario. Your debt to income, you have a mortgage in this state, you have a auto loan, you have this. It was just too much that the debt was outweighing the income.
Right,
so my only thing that I was working on was relieving the debt, and then going at it and trying it again. So I mean, my debt is that was pretty much my debt. So getting rid of the auto loan, and then like I say, it's not a for sure thing, but the student loan, which is I mean, I know I'm not gonna get a first time home buyer's loan or nothing like that. I use that.
Years. If you ain't bought in 3 years, you can be technically considered a first time home buyer.
Oh, see, that's new to me. I didn't know that. I mean, I bought my house in 2010.
Oh yeah, so you would be eligible for most first time home buyer programs. But one thing is with your student loan, because you said you're gonna lose 5 years, that's a lot. That's a lot of years. However, depending on how many years you have on your credit profile, it may not affect you that much.
That's what I'm thinking. My credit profile is pretty solid, as far as other credit history. I got a credit card that I don't have probably like 15 years. The one that I need to get it down. I mean, I have a lot of solid history that's why I'm thinking losing the 5 years of the student loan, it'd probably be worth it, because look at that amount. That's $26,000 of debt that'll be erased, versus what's more important, the 5 years of credit history or the $26,000 of debt being gone.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Of course, that definitely will help your debt to income ratio, especially if they forgive the student loans. But I mean, I kind of feel like you can take advantage of that with the new ruling as it pertains to student loans. I mean, they're only going to consider up to 1% legally, especially if you're on an income-based repayment plan. So even if you pay $0, they can only consider, I mean, not up to 0.5 now. So if you go FHA, you can be qualified as a first-time home buyer, but then you'll also be able to not have to count 99% of your student loans within your debt to income ratio. Now this is recent. So you say you ain't looked in a few years.
I haven't looked in at least 2 years.
Yeah, so I would try to get an opinion now, to be honest, because that law just came out not even 12 months ago, so it's still kind of new.
But should I still wait? Because of course I'm just now getting. I mean, I just did that with that vehicle like less than 2 weeks ago. So of course it made my credit score go down. I already received those emails saying your credit score dropped such and such, and I already know why, because I just paid off that loan. So how long should I wait before I check into it, considering I just lost a few points from that?
If you're comfortable with saying it around about what's your middle score?
I don't know my true FICO score, but my credit score was like 672 at first. So I don't know what I lost.
Oh, okay. You don't know what you lost. Okay. So I mean, that's definitely, you can qualify for a home with a 670, of course. I'm especially FHA for sure. You can qualify for that, but I mean, I don't know how much that affected your credit. I would be trying to get an opinion now. I mean, shoot, the rates are high right now in the home market, but I mean, we can always refinance. That's how I feel. But so I think that you'll be good, especially since you got the car off, and now the student loans are not going to fully count you. I think your scores are qualifying for a mortgage. I mean, why wait? It just all depends on if you want to wait, but I think that you'll be able to get something right now.
Okay.
I mean, just get a see if they are able to approve you. You don't have to go through it, but I would definitely look into it for sure. Because I don't see anything that would outright stop you now, being that it was just your debt to income ratio and those new laws were passed with student loans. So,
All right.
Yeah. I would try.
I also want to say that I did purchase your letters a couple of years ago, and I used them for a few things for myself, like inquiries and whatnot. But my wife, her credit wasn't in a good place at all. She never financed a vehicle in her name. That last week was the first vehicle that she financed in her name, and she did better than me in all the years that I've purchase vehicles. I started over 20 years ago at a 24%, then a 18, and then a 12, and then a 8. She just purchased her first vehicle with Capital One, and she got like a 6.4 on her first go around. I added her as an authorized user like 2 years ago. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like she's really sitting good.
that's amazing. See, look, that's what it's all about, man. Like that's amazing. I know she was happy as hell. My first car was a 24, so your first car being a 6, woo.
Right, that's what I told her. I said, man, I said, you know how many I went through, and even the last one I bought 2 years ago wasn't even a 6. You know, I'm like, you did good to come in your first vehicle at 6.4, and
Definitely.
it's Capital One, and they didn't shop you around. You know, we went in there with a pre-approval letter. You know, I did everything. You
Whole
know,
process better. Like when you go in
yeah,
with financing, it's a whole different ballpark. Yeah.
right, and I just wanted to tell you thank you for that.
Definitely, and shout out to the white teller. I said, hey, but no, that's dope. That's dope. I love to see my people do it. Like that's dope. That's why I do it.
Thank you, thank you.
You. All right. Well, yeah, I would get an opinion now, though. I really would. If I were you, I would get an opinion now.
I will. I mean, I'm gonna take what you said into consideration, and I'm probably gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, you have an amazing day, and thank you for coming on here and like I said, tell your wife I said what's up or hey.
All right, thank you.
All right. Bye bye. All right. Who is next? Hold on. Let me see what y'all saying. How long do you have to wait? Wait. How long do you have to wait after buying a car before you can refinance? You don't have, there's no set timeline. You don't have to wait. As soon as possible is, in my opinion, the quicker you do it, the better. Hey, Roxy, how are you today?
Hi, I am fine. Thank you. I just have a couple questions. The first one is my utilization is 1 to 4%. I've got 9 credit.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
Oh, I'm sorry. My utilization is between 1 and 4%.
Okay.
Got credit cards. I'm just trying to get my credit score to go up. I see on your page where like a lot of people have it like going up like 75 points, and I'm just trying to get it to go. How can I get it to go up?
Well, okay. The number in which everyone's score will increase definitely determines on what you have on your credit report. Everyone is different, right? So in order for me to get a better picture of your profile and try to identify areas of opportunity to raise your score, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. You don't, you said no?
No, I don't mind.
Oh, okay. I was making sure. Okay. How many active trade lines do you have that's reporting currently?
Now, when you say trade lines, what are you speaking of?
Any account that's reporting on your credit report, any credit cards, any loans, any of those?
9.
Okay. How many are credit cards?
I've got 9 credit cards and 1 auto loan, and my home is paid for.
Okay, so that's closed. Your mortgage loan is closed. Okay. What was your most recent account opening? Like how new is your most recent account opening?
Less than 30 days, but it hasn't reported yet.
Okay, so that's something that you can expect to hit your credit score.
Yes.
What's your overall utilization?
1 to 4%. Basically, 1%. I just looked in with 1%.
Okay, and how many, if any, late payments do you have?
None. That's the problem. I don't understand why it's not going up.
Okay, what's your credit age?
Now that is probably like 4 years.
Okay. I can guarantee you, I know exactly what's wrong right now. You're in that stagnant space where you have built credit fast in like too fast almost, to the point where you have to let all of your accounts age before you will start to see more point increases. So in other words, you got to stop opening accounts and you got to stop closing accounts if you have closed accounts.
No, I haven't closed.
You got to let your credit profile sit with no new accounts, no changes, nothing. I would recommend a year. I don't know if you can wait that much, but a company does love to see, especially when you have an established profile. You have 10 trade lines, so that's considered established.
Okay.
At that point, they look at it like you still shouldn't be actively shopping for trade lines or credit cards and things of that nature. That's how they look at it. So you may just be stuck in that slump because 4 years, of course, that's still very premature. But I'm trying to see, do you have any collections charge-offs? I'm trying to see what I'm missing.
The only thing I have are medical, but they've been paid off over 2 years. And there's still
paid off collections means nothing. It's still a collection. So we need to get those off. Have you challenged those?
I have not. So now, but I thought medical was going to drop.
Now it is. It is. it can take up to the beginning of next year. You said they were paid, right?
Yes, they've been paid.
Well, actually, you don't even have to challenge those because those will automatically be removed pretty much by the top of next year. They don't have an exact date, but it's by the top of next year. So you don't have to worry about those. So that's good. Is that your only collections?
Yes.
So you don't have any charge-offs at all. Okay, great. Yeah, you gotta let your credit profile. Wait, before the most recent opening, when was your last time you opened an account?
Probably a year, maybe a little longer.
You gotta let your profile sit. You gotta let your profile sit. You in the gardening phase, what we call the gardening phase, where you literally just can't open up any new accounts or can't close any new accounts. I mean, any accounts. How much longer do you have on your loan? Because I know you said you have one active loan.
It's probably at least 2 years, at least 2 years on it.
Okay, good. That's good. I was hoping it wasn't going to close soon. So that's good. Yeah, it's time. It's time. Let me guess. You can just tell me if I'm spot on. I would say that your score is high sixes, maybe low sevens.
To be honest with you, it's like between 770 and 789.
Oh, so what you trying to get to? I mean, of course, I know everyone wants a perfect credit score, but so when you're at 770, points are not going to be, you're not getting 75 points at once. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah, but I would just like to get to 800.
So I always tell people after 750 to get from 750 to 800 is probably the hardest. Like it's the hardest gap to fill. Because at that point, you already are maxing out on most categories that, you're already maxing out. The only thing that makes a difference at that point is either utilization or time. Your utilization is in check. So that definitely tells me that time is what is holding your credit profile down.
Okay.
Literally don't open nothing.
I won't open
nothing else. Because you'll get to 700. It's just time at this point.
Okay.
All right.
And I've got one more question. I was so glad to hear you speak about the letters and things to the credit bureau and the send your ID and thing. Does that include addresses and names on the account? Because there's like different names. I don't know where they come from. And I even have on there where it looks like someone has tried to use my credit, like in California, it has different names on my FICO. It's on there.
Well, first you have a 770. You need to protect that. You need to lock your credit profile. You work too hard to get there. So lock your credit profile, but also absolutely get those names off your credit profile.
Okay.
Associate them all. Did you see the letter that I just showed?
Yeah, did see that.
That one. You can use that letter.
Okay, and ask them to lock it.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you.
I need to ask them to lock it when I send it for them to take.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can call and always request them to lock it, or if you have the Experian app, if you pay for their membership, you can lock it there. But locking it is free. You just have to request it from them. You can either write them a letter or call. It's easier to call, but yeah.
And then they will take off the additional names and things too, or I still need to send them out.
That was for the lock. You just requested to lock it. Yeah. You requested to lock it. Now, the names, you do have to challenge that like anything else. Like the letter that I showed, you can send that letter. Make sure you send a copy of your ID, send a copy of your address if it's not already on your credit report. And you request that they move any excess names, addresses, phone numbers, etc. from your credit profile.
Okay. All right. I think you've answered my questions.
Yeah, no more opening.
Okay.
And look, because when your new account reports, I want you to know you're going to lose about 10 points.
I'll live with that if it's going to go up eventually.
Okay. Long as I just wanted to set that expectation. You're going to lose about 10 points, but it'll come back. You know what I mean? Every single 3 months that your new account ages, you should see a small reward, a few points. Very far few in between. You probably gonna get 5 points. Celebrate that, because after 770, even if I get a 2-point increase at this point, it's a celebration, because you don't get many points when your scores are already high.
Okay.
So it's just time.
And I also want to thank you so much. You have given me a chance to get my credit up. I always thought like once your credit was bad, there was never a chance of getting up. And just watching you, because I'm 60 years old, and just
good. Okay. Yes.
Seeing you in the last 2 years, I'm telling you, I tell everybody about you. I try my best. I school my kids, my people at church, everything. You've got to watch her. And now I've got my daughter and son-in-law watching it, and they're trying to buy a home, and they are actually getting their credit up. So I thank you so very much.
I thank you for being
a blessing.
Thank you, and you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. And I'm so happy that you're by the way, anyone, if you have bad credit, that is not the end of your story. Bad credit get fixed every day.
Yes.
Every day. So yeah, I don't care if you have a 300 credit score, you absolutely can raise your credit score. So thank you for being a living testament of it works. That's it. That's all. And I appreciate you as well, for real. I appreciate you.
All right, darling. You have a good day.
You as well. Thank you. All right, who is next? Oh, Amanda's still getting the wax. I'm a Hey, Antoine. Not in the grocery store. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you though.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. I had another question too that I wanted to ask as far as the credit
I
card.
just talked to you, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still on here, but you picked me up, so hey, I'm gonna ask.
Okay, let me say one more because I know they like, hold on, click on me. Come on, you can
go. No. As far as the credit card, I wanted the credit card utilization. This is a question for my wife. Does she just purchased that vehicle, and how long should she wait before she apply for a credit card? But she's never had one. But how long should she wait?
No waiting. Right now. They don't care about the proof for a vehicle, not a credit card. She needs to apply ASAP.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yep, ASAP. All right. You have a good day. Right. Hey, TJ. TJ. She can't hear me. Hey, TJ. I can't hear you if you talking to me. Okay, I'm gonna come back to her. Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. I got questions. I heard you say that after an account has been charged off, it's not supposed to continue to update as charged off every month. Is that accurate?
Sort of. After 180 days of it being charged off.
After 180 days of it
being
so
6 months, off. Yeah.
Okay, so that leads to my next question. I've been in an emotional wreck trying to fix my credit because I'm trying to buy a truck for my company.
What's up? Talk to me. What's up? What they doing?
I got 3 charge offs.
Okay.
And all 3 of them is stemming from COVID-19. Last year around September, I was majorly affected by COVID-19 to where I wasn't able to work for like 3 months.
Okay.
And I had a car that was totaled. I still have the vehicle, and it was totaled. I think like earlier this year. I want to say late last year, earlier this year, and they haven't repossessed it. But they sent me a letter saying I owed them like $12,000. Now, which I do owe it, but I just don't have the money to settle it right now. So what would be my best route with them? You say what?
Wait, because you said the vehicle was totaled, right? So is that why they didn't collect on it?
Yeah, the vehicle was totaled, and I feel like they haven't came and repossessed it yet because of the fact that it's totaled.
Yeah, they can't.
And so I'm trying to get out of that $12,000, but I really don't want them to come and sue me. You hear what I'm saying? That's what I'm most scared of. You said what now?
What state are you in?
I'm in Georgia.
Oh, Georgia repo laws is one of the worst. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a very real concern. I'm not even gonna hold you. It is a real concern for that amount of debt in Georgia, especially on a repossession. Have they filed it as a repossession on your credit report yet? Or
no, it's currently listed as charge off. And it's been listed like that. It's been listed like that for I'd say for like almost 4 months now. It's been listed like that for like 4 months now.
Okay. I mean, so technically speaking, they're still in the right to be updating the account. So if it is still reporting right now, they are still well within their right. You probably don't need to challenge them if you owe them because they gonna definitely try to take you to court. So I don't know if I would
Okay.
poke that bear.
Yeah.
That's risky with owing them that much, with the repo being as fresh as it is, with you still having the property. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot against you that they would absolutely normally take you to court. So I would not mess with them if you're not prepared to
Yeah.
pay them right
Yeah, but see, I'm trying to settle it, but I'm trying to like figure out a number that'll work for me.
now.
And I just feel like I just feel like they won't have any like sympathy or compassion due to the fact that I was out of work for like 3 months due to COVID-19. I have paperwork to prove that I was out of work.
What company?
Um, Regional Acceptance out of
Oh,
North Carolina. I
yeah.
think it's like a small company or something like that. I really don't know
I
too
know
much
who they
about them.
are. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know who they are. Now I don't know how much sympathy they will have if I'm being honest, but I do know that a lot of companies have been giving a lot of leniency for COVID related work things. Like if you're able to prove it,
Mm,
you said regional acceptance, right?
yeah.
Give me one moment. You can, if you have another question, you can ask. But let me look for something really quick. Let me see, because I know I've had dealings with them before. Give me one moment. Mm,
And I also, do you know anything about leases?
yeah, like in terms of what?
Okay, I got a bike before I got COVID. I got
Mhm.
like a little motor scooter, but I think it's a motorcycle or something like that. I bought it for like 29.50, and when I went to the place in Florida to get it, they told me to fill out an application. So I filled out the application with American First Finance, and I got approved for like $3,200 to buy the bike. So I bought the bike. The lady made me sign a bunch of paperwork. I didn't hardly read the paperwork. She was basically explaining it to me, but it was on like a computer screen, and she was telling me to sign the little keypad, and she was explaining it to me. So with that being said, I got stuck into a rental agreement with a 101-day purchase option for the bike. It's like I pay 29.50 in
Mhm.
101 days,
Mhm.
and I won't owe nothing else. But now they are charging me 75% of the rental payments, which brings the account to like $11,342 over the
Mhm.
span of 24 months.
And what they
You
want you
know.
to zero that out right now, or
No, no, I bought on paying. I stopped paying them because I thought that was crazy. You get what I'm saying? I really didn't know I was entering into a rental agreement. You get what I'm saying? I thought I was financing the bike to pay the bike off, but they tell me, it didn't dawn on me until I asked for a copy of my contract, and I started looking at the contract, and I'm like, well, hold up, I didn't sign up for no rental agreement. I don't know what this is. What y'all trying to do to me? So,
no?
I called them and they gave me the runaround eventually. So I just stopped paying them.
You can't do that because that's gonna mess you up. That they don't care.
Yeah, it definitely did mess me up because like before everything, I had just got my credit score right. Or my credit score was sitting like a 735, and
Mhm.
after all that, really it wasn't my intention to stop paying them. I would have never knew nothing had I not got COVID and wind up missing them months of work. I wouldn't have never knew nothing about the contract. I would have just kept paying them folks.
Look,
Just
let me tell you, you just giving them people an easy way to charge you extra fees. We can't.
yeah, yeah, I know that.
I don't even know what to say about that. But look, for the regional acceptance, is I
Yeah.
want to make sure that I have the right company. Isn't that a subsidiary of like BBT Truist? Do you know? Because
No.
that's not. So it's a different company. That's a
Yeah,
different
it's a
regional acceptance.
regional acceptance financial company. I think their headquarters in like Charlotte, North Carolina. When I was doing my research on it,
Okay, let me see if I can. Are you sure they not a subsidiary of Truist?
I really don't know. I really
I
don't know.
think
Like,
they are. The reason why I'm saying that is because I just compared it to I've spoken to the CEO email. It was like the CEO email before, and they are claiming that Regional Acceptance Corporation is owned under them. Now I don't know if it could be I don't know if it's the same company. That's the only issue. Because if it is a subsidiary of BBT Truist, then what I would recommend is that you email their CEO and explain to them, hey, I was out of work, send them proof. If they could, work with you on in some sort of capacity, you're more likely to get them to understand and personalize and work with you by going through their CEO email. I think it is though, because I'm looking, I'm like, okay, can somebody confirm? Okay, people in the comments are saying, yeah, someone said that they work there and it is a subsidiary of BBT. So that's really good because BBT is really they're typically really good with like working with people. So I don't know if you can see the screen, but I'm about to put the email address on the screen that I would I would recommend that you email, and basically you're asking them for a goodwill adjustment. Not a goodwill adjustment, but you're asking them to work with you and just becoming more personable with them. Hey, I lost my job. I was furloughed due to COVID. Make sure you use furloughed due to COVID because that's like trigger words for them right now. And just ask them, will they be able to work with you? The email is bill.rogers@truist.com. They're usually really good with responding. They typically take about like 2 weeks or so. They may even just call you. So just be on the lookout for that. But I would absolutely send them a letter to their CEO email to ask for some sort of, agreement, payment agreement or something that you're comfortable with paying, so that they don't sue you.
Hello?
So yeah, I just put it on the screen. So yeah, I will reach out to them ASAP.
Okay. All right. And one more thing I wanted to ask. But the three charge offs is mainly the biggest thing that's hurting my credit. I got a couple of collections, medical collections, and everything like that. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pay them because when I sent them a debt validation letter, it went totally left. So I don't know what. I really don't know too much. I'm not in the credit repair space. My thing is truck driving. I drive trucks for a living. So I really don't know what's going on when it comes to that. But I'm gonna try that with regional acceptance. That's the main thing that I want to get off my back right now. That and this lease agreement that I'm under. So what do you suggest I do with the lease agreement?
Well, if it was in a contract and maybe you might have missed it, then of course they're going to be like, well, you should have read your contract. It's real black and white when it comes to that type of thing. And the credit bureaus are not even going to want to get involved. They're going to be like, it's a civil issue. Like, you got to take that up with the company. We ain't involved. That's not up to us. So, that's going to be more so a civil like issue. So I wouldn't even be the person to even be able to properly advise on that.
Yeah, I really don't want to get into a civil issue because at the end of the day I signed the contract, but I don't want to pay them no $11,000 for something that's only worth $1,800 on the market right now. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. It's just if it's in a contract, they're gonna be like, well, you should have known. You know what I mean? Like they don't be having.
Yeah.
It's a sticky situation.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good day. All right.
Let me just tell on you because you're trying to tell on me.
Who are you trying to tell, Rose?
Hold on. 1 second.
Hey, Rose.
I'm at work right now talking to my
Tell him.
Trying to tell me.
You want me to come back to you?
Yeah, give me like 5 minutes.
All right. Hey, TJ.
Hey, how you doing?
I clicked on your name earlier. You was just talking. I said she must don't hear me.
I'm sorry, Shonda. I'm so happy I got you. So I wanted to ask you a question about it's two parts. So it's the dunning period. So I got a collection letter from Debt Recovery Solutions about collection balance for a repossession. So initially Chrysler charged it off and then they sold the debt to Plaza and now Plaza has sold it to Debt Recovery Solutions. And
wait, you said it's a repo or what?
It's a repo.
Okay.
And it's from 2020, so it's not that old.
Okay.
So they sent me the letter telling me that I can request validation of the debt, but they have already processed it and put it on my credit reports for Equifax and TransUnion as of today. So I didn't know, one, if that still counts for the dunning period, because the way they worded the letter is like they're sending a collection on behalf of Plaza. So I didn't know if that establishes a new dunning period or if they're under that same dunning period.
Let me make sure I'm following you. So who you received the letter from, the original creditor or the collection agency?
The collection agency, which is now Debt Recovery Solutions.
Okay. And how long ago did they send you that letter?
I got it maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they already put it back on my credit report. It was initially only on one bureau with TransUnion through Plaza, and they took that update Wednesday, but they
It's breaking up. I can't even hear you.
I'm sorry.
It
Can
broke
you hear
up.
me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was initially reporting from Plaza, collection agent on TransUnion. The report that they moved it 2 days ago, and then this morning I got one saying they've added it back, but now it's under debt recovery solutions, my Equifax and my TransUnion.
Okay. What was the date on the letter? Do you still have it?
6/28.
6/28. 6/28. January, March, April, May, June. Oh, okay. June 28th.
Like
What's today?
Yeah, June 28th.
July. It's July, so it hasn't been 30 days. Ooh, you breaking up. Can you hear me though? And I can. So can you hear me? Oh, girl.
I'm sorry, Shonda. I'm in the car. I just had to go live.
I see.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said the date on the letter on the collection noted. Oh, you clicked off, girl. Your signal. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So the date on the letter was, you said June 28th.
Yeah.
And it's July, what, like 15th
right now? Is it the 14th? Yeah, I think it's like the 14th.
So that's not 30 days. So I don't know what. So what I would do is make sure you take a picture of that letter so that they can't deny it. And I will send a letter to them as well as the credit bureaus stating that you were not given the proper time to explore a validation from the company because they sent you the collection notice on June 28th and it popped up on your credit report on July 14th. The FCRA states that they have to give you at least 30 business days prior to letting or prior to sending it to the collection agency. And that's, I mean, not the FCRA, FDCPA. So regardless of how many times they've sold this debt, they still have to give you your 30 days. So call them out on it ASAP, and you need to get that letter. I will send it certified ASAP.
Okay. I thought so. I was like, because I feel like they're going to just say that they were able to come in under the same dunning period since they worded the letter saying that they're representing Plaza, but you're a whole nother company.
You're a whole nother company. They can literally sell a collection 10 times, and every single time their dunning period legally has to start over. Now, do they always do that? No. That's why we got to come in and call them out and make sure that, of course, we're being advocates for ourselves. Because I'm sure they probably didn't think that you would catch it or even care or know, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They already bank on most consumers not knowing their consumer laws.
Yep.
No, it doesn't. Even if they say the company changed their name, then they sent you a new collection notice on the 28th and it goes by that date regardless of anything else. So absolutely, they have to start that over.
And you said I need to send that to that creditor and to the credit bureaus?
Yep, I will send both because I don't like just talking to the collection agencies because they act like they didn't get your letter. No, I'm gonna send it both. Hey, I sent this letter to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian as well.
Okay, that makes me feel so much better. And then as far as like if this doesn't get them to stop collections on it and they try and collect on it again,
when you file a complaint against them because that is against the law. We ain't even gonna go on if they we're gonna file complaints. You're gonna file a CFPB complaint because you can prove they have to give you 30 days regardless of anything. They have to give you 30 days.
Oh, so this may be good that they did that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, let them look. I always tell people, let companies mess up. They gonna mess up. Let them. That's where knowing your consumer rights and calling them out. That's what it'll always benefit you. Like, let them mess up. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so
they have to tell when I see that. Oh, y'all trying to play? Oh, y'all didn't think I knew my laws? All right. Cool.
Thank you. You made me feel so much better, Shonda. You are the GOAT, girl. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, and you have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
So cute. Gianni, how are you today? I'm on YouTube.
Hi, Shonda. Can you see me? Wait a minute. Why can't you see me?
Girl, I'm talking to the
happening?
Ain't nobody trying to get on here to talk.
What? No, I thought I pressed the button. What the heck is happening? Wait. We have to do this. Oh no. Oh, I want you to see me. No.
I want to see you too.
What is happening? See, the devil, that's the devil's a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna keep on talking because I know you got the people in queue. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much. You are, like the last lady said, you are the GOAT. So I talked to you a couple of months ago with regards to Yes. No, you really are the truth. Like, for real. So anyway, I
you.
talked to you a couple months ago. You told me to get my bankruptcy removed off my LexisNexis because you said freezing it don't mean a damn. So praise report, I got it removed off of LexisNexis, right? So that's a small thing. It was, you know, I was like, okay, small win. You know what I mean? Yes. So yes. So yes. So I did my round one. You know, of course, inquiring with the bureaus, you know, to validate, you know, how do you know about this bankruptcy? So I only heard back from one, which was Experian, and they tried to be slick with you. We verified it with a furnisher. They didn't indicate who they verified it with. Yes, that's what they're doing now.
They're trying to get smart. Okay.
So what I did was I said, let me put on my Shonda thinking cap. And I said, let me read the FRCA laws or whatever. And by the law, it said that they're supposed to basically define who the furnisher is, address, telephone number. Like I broke it down in the.
You know that was gonna be my next point that I was gonna make. What do they mean, furnisher? That is your information.
Yes.
But
I got scared because I bought your, you know, of course I bought your kit, and I was like, what would Shonda do? And I'm like, I don't want to mess this up. I can't go back to round one. This is just a mess. I just can't. So anyway, so yeah, I said, I'm gonna reference them laws. Yes, I did. I said, you know, by law, you're supposed to tell me who the furnisher is. I said, but I took the liberty and I basically put, you know, the copy of the LexisNexis in there. They removed it. You know, of course, the deletion letter as well as the courthouse letter, whatever. So I sent that off yesterday. So I'm waiting to hear back, you know. Yes, but I haven't heard back from TransUnion or Equifax, which is crazy because I sent that over, I want to say close to 30 days ago, but you said it's not regulated. But nonetheless, I gotta just wait. Yes, so I'm waiting on them. But that's not what I called for. What I called for was, so I currently have a 658 FICO 8 score. And I know that you said in one of your lives, because I watch you faithfully, that you were going to do a series on what type of credit cards are good. Like, you know, of course, secure cards is like starter cards and all that kind of stuff. So based on what I have, like I said, I have a bankruptcy. I'm getting this charge off of my account. And I figured out I have late payments from a mortgage company that is no longer my mortgage company no more. So I wrote a letter to get that removed. So with that being said, is it smart for me to apply to get a credit card? And if so, which one would behoove me to apply to right now?
You said you don't have any credit cards, right?
No, I do. I have two subprime cards. So I have Credit One, two Credit One banks. I have also an authorized user on my mom's I forgot what kind of card she has, but it has $2,000 credit limit. She's like over 3 and some change. And I'm like, girl, you need to lower that down. We need to be under 10, not over 20. But nonetheless, I have those 3 cards. So 2 are mine and 1 my 2 cards with the subprime ones, it's under 10%. But the one I'm an authorized user on is 26%.
Okay, so your overall is probably what, like 15, 17, maybe? I'm trying to do average.
Yeah, definitely under 30. I'm not hitting 30.
Okay. How old is your bankruptcy?
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, my bankruptcy, it'll be gone in 2024, but I think like I told you before, I don't want to wait that long.
5 years old, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm like, I want to get another credit card. And I also want to get another one for my business too, because I have a secured one with my business. But the thing is, you know, you're like, you know, don't be worried about those 2 little measly points. But for me, for somebody who ain't at 700 yet, I'm like, I need all my points. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you. I feel you. However, the question just left my brain. But what I'm trying to figure out the payment situation. How recent or long ago have you had a late payment?
None. So the late payment is for my mortgage, the mortgage company, right? And it's still reporting on there, but closed because it's transferred. My mortgage has been transferred like 2 times. So the newest one that it was transferred to has exceptional payment. And I remember another video you said with a closed account that is reporting late payments, get it removed. So I'm also challenging that with the big 3.
Wait. Wait, girl, yeah. Because you can sometimes. Okay, let me make sure. I want you to make sure. You know what I mean? That you ain't messing yourself up. Okay. Number one, close.
Yes.
I mean, the payment history on closed account does still impact and affect your credit profile. It's still calculated into your payment history. If it's still reporting on your credit report, it'll still be counted. All right. Now, how many late payments do you have on that mortgage?
My current mortgage, not late.
Oh, the closed one. The one that was
correct.
How many
And that was like with the old one that's closed with the old debt, was I want to say it was like over 100. It was like about a year. Yeah, it was about a year I was late.
How many reported late payments do you have on your old closed mortgage, your old closed account?
That's a good question. It's a lot. It's definitely 2019 because it took from 2019 and 2020.
Mm-hmm. Is that your phone ringing? Or I'm trying to figure out if it's mine.
No, it's mine. I'm sorry. I put it on silent because mine.
I just want to make sure.
I apologize.
No, you good,
ma'am.
So what you said? How many?
I want to say 20. I should look at Experian right now because I got it right up. So
is it more than
20? Yes, it is.
So yeah, we got to try to get that account deleted if you can.
Right. I remember you said that, so that's why I sent those letters to the credit bureaus to get that removed. So those are the only 3. I'm sorry.
Is it more than 10 possibly?
Yeah, because I think it was like a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But again, it's a closed account. It was transferred to a new mortgage company, and with my new mortgage company, flawless. So I'm like, the mistakes, of my past are still haunting me, if you will. You know what I mean? And I'm like, so I'm just trying to see what my options are. If I need to sit tight until, I get one of these things removed, like the bankruptcy or this, this closed account removed, I can. I just want to know what the best course of action is.
So if I were in your shoes, what I would do, you said that the late payments were.
Oh, there we go. Here I am. I had to push the button.
Hi. So the late payments were from 2019, right?
Yes.
Okay. So being that you said it's a lot, that's absolutely gonna play a part. You know what I mean? In you getting another credit card. So I don't even want to act like it's not.
Okay.
But if you can get that bankruptcy removed, you'll have more leverage for a traditional good credit card. When did you file bankruptcy? You said like 5 years ago, right?
2017.
Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, shit, the old mortgage is doing a lot of damage. Those 10 plus late payments.
So the mortgage is doing more damage than bankruptcy?
So I wouldn't say more because, of course, the bankruptcy is considered the worst entry that you can have on your credit report, but it's 5 years old. By 4 years, lenders, as long as you can show that let me tell you what's hurting you right now. You filed bankruptcy 5 years ago, and then since filing bankruptcy, that mortgage account has all those late payments, right? So they can look at it like you filed bankruptcy, you had a way out, but then you still did not hold up your end of the bargain, which is why I say I'm cool with the bankruptcy stand on there if you can get that account deleted. We can't have both. You know what I mean? It's just too much going against you. So if the bankruptcy may get deleted though. So either one that's going to get deleted is going to help you, of course, but if you can get that mortgage account deleted, that's going to benefit you more in the meantime, because a 5-year-old bankruptcy that's going to age out in a year and some change. Because in next year, you're going to call the credit bureaus and ask them, can you get an early exclusion for your bankruptcy if it's not deleted, right? Because at 6 years, you can pretty much try to see if they'll go ahead and delete it. But it's that account that, because now what happens is when you file bankruptcy, they really judge you on what you do after bankruptcy. You know what I mean? So every single thing you do, they're like, oh, you didn't learn. That's how they look at it. So my concern more with that mortgage than a bankruptcy. If like it's
so crazy because my mortgage keeps on getting bought and sold. So not my new mortgage company or the new bank, I have exceptional payment history for the past 2 years. It just got sold again to another place. So I'm like, Lord, like, yeah.
That messes with your credit age as well, but they
That's
don't
what I'm
care.
saying. I'm like, yo, y'all trying to not let me be great right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm onward and upward, and they messing with my stuff.
So, okay, you might need to approach the mortgage account different. You might need to just see if the credit bureaus will update the late payments. What I would do, since you have so many, I would pick a random late payment. I would write a letter to the credit bureaus, and I would challenge that. I would challenge that. Not all 10, literally one. Pick like 1 or 2. Like, bro, really just stick with one. Just like pick one. And what you're trying to do is, if you can get the credit bureaus to admit or think that they made a mistake in reporting that payment history, the whole payment history is up for grabs in terms of disputing. So I would absolutely hammer in on one random one in the middle, not one on the end. I want like literally one random payment in the middle, because if you can, like I said, get them to even question the fact that the payment history is wrong. As a matter of fact, since you have so many late payments, have you compared how they're reporting on all 3 credit reports? I bet you at least one is going to be off. It's a lot, and it's probably going to be with Equifax. So you might need to pull your Equifax report, because Equifax, they always report it all messed up, the payment history. Like compare all 3, because that's really going to be your toughest. That's really going to be the most leverage you're going to be able to gain on that account. If you can prove that you're reporting inconsistent payment history across the board, I would absolutely attack that like a hyena. Like, attack it. This is wrong. TransUnion is reporting that I was late in March, but Experian is not reporting that I was late until April. Even if it's a month off, that's all that you need in order to make them question the entire payment history. So like literally get all 3 credit reports from annualcreditreport.com and go through line by line on when those late payments were reported.
It's funny because I just tried to pull it from annual credit report, but since I have a dispute, you can't pull.
Oh yeah, they do that now when you're in an active dispute. You can call, call bureaus and ask them to send you a copy of your credit reports, though. It just takes about a week or 2.
Okay, because I have it from June. I have my fresh credit reports from June, not July, because of the whole.
Yeah, so I mean, I would still use those for sure.
Okay. And I have 2 businesses, and I know a little something about business credit. I'm not no goat or anything, but I know at the end of the day, if I want to, have longevity, they will use my personal credit as a personal guarantor, a PG. So I'm like, I'm sorry.
I say, yeah, for the top cards, for the best cards, they're going to want you to
right. So exactly. So I'm like, like I said, if I need to just hold out until I get the bankruptcy removed or these late payments removed, I'm cool. I just don't want to have these dings, these unnecessary dings. When I say dings, of course, hard inquiries. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, let me ask you.
Yeah, what I would personally do is we gotta fix one of the issues, but once one of them is at least fixed, I would apply for, I don't know what business cards you want, but I know like some of my favorite are American Express has some of the best business cards, right? I would get in.
Yeah, I done wrote it all down. You ain't got to preach to me. I already know what I want. I'm just waiting on my pass.
Yeah, so look, if you get in with American Express on a personal side, the business credit card is not like easy as hell to get once you're in the door.
Right.
So, you probably need to apply for like an Amex Gold or the Blue Cash every day. Those are like the easier American Express cards to get. Once you're in the door, it's easy to get one of their business cards. You just have to get in the door first. But American Express is going to hammer you on that payment history, which is why you shouldn't apply right now. Not right now. If they're able to update some late payments, then I would feel comfortable with you applying, but I wouldn't waste the inquiry right now.
Okay. So don't apply to anything until I either get this bankruptcy removed or the late payments off of the mortgage. Closed mortgage.
Yeah, because even if you're approved for anything right now, it's going to be very limited. Like it's not, even if you are approved, they're not going to give you nearly as much as you probably would have qualified for had you had one of those issues rectified. So I just will wait. Gotcha. If you can, I will wait.
No, I will. No. Look, say less. I just wanted to hear from you to go tell me what to do, because I'm not trying to be out here making no more mistakes. You know what I mean? Exactly. I came a long way. You know what I mean? Because it used to be in the 5s, but Ever since I started following you, really, yeah. Oh, I was a mess. And it was because, I was starting business and all that other stuff. I'm not trying to, bore you, but at the end of the day, I'm like, no,
Girl, I can talk about credit. It never bores me. Don't ever think you bore me talking about credit. My friends, my family are talking about it. So I'll be happy when y'all talk about it.
I do too. I do too. And I'm like, they're like, okay, we know enough about credit. But I'm like, no, y'all gotta understand, like, this is like, you can use this towards, leverage, for the greater good. But anyway, so all right. So the next time when you do a live, I don't know the next time, but I'm coming back and I'm reporting to you that this bankruptcy is getting removed. I'm claiming this. I might come up on here and cry.
Get on those late payments.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, that's what I would really focus on. Okay, for sure.
So compare all three. Look at discrepancy. Pick a random one in the middle and dispute.
And look, one thing I want you to look out for that I see happening a lot when it's a lot of late payments. What they'll typically do is they'll be like 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late, and then for some reason they'll say 30 days late again. No, after 120, it should just say 120 plus. At the most, it'll say 180 plus, but it should never go back unless you brought the account current and then we're late again. But if you know you didn't do that, make sure you look at how many 30-day lates that they're reporting, how many 60 days, how many 90 days, because it has to make sense. That small little error that happens a lot, it has been the reason that I've gotten so many things deleted off credit reports. So be a stickler when you're comparing those.
Okay, so essentially it shouldn't be more than 120, right?
No, because sometimes it can say, get up to it. Sometimes it'll say 150 plus 180 plus, but make sure it makes sense. Don't let them report 2 30-day lates in a row or 2 60-day lates, because no, at that point it's a 90-day late. That's a technical error. That means that this is not reporting accurately.
So it should be 30 60 90 20, not 30 30 60 62. Okay, got it. Okay,
unless you know that you brought the account current during that time and then you were late again. But if you know that you didn't do that, no, it should not do that.
No, yeah, I started getting it together because that was, of course, during COVID. So I started getting it together, I'll say mid 2020, and then that's when it got sold to another company. And then when it got sold to another company, I was, rocking and rolling with payments. So,
well, yeah, be a stickler on it, highlight everything, and call out everything.
I will. Thank you so much. Like I said, next time I'm calling you, I'm telling you about this bankruptcy getting removed. I might be up on here crying, child.
Gianni, because I like that name. That was a really pretty name, by the way. But yes, I'm looking forward to hearing your success stories, your future success stories.
Indeed. Thank you for your time.
All right, girl. Bye. Let me see. What time is it? Okay, I got a little more time. Hey, Jackie.
Hello, Shonda. How are you, beautiful?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain because I was waking up this morning by God. So, hey.
And look, you up, you got a purpose. What's up?
Yes,
how can I help you today?
First off, I'm going to let you go ahead and fuss at me because I have this bankruptcy we've been talking about. And since the last time I got a response from them, I stopped because I got frustrated. So, looking back at the bankruptcy.
I just want to know, wait. Your frustration and you stopping, who it hurt?
Me.
You think it hurt the credit bureaus? They happy they ain't getting the letters. No, you're not letting off the pedal no more going forward. You got to promise me that.
I promise.
Be consistent. You have to.
I am. So, first off, me and my ex, we were going to do a 13, and I had myself removed from the 13. So, he flipped over to a 7.
Okay.
So, they kept that document number from the 13th and put it name to the 7. So I did not file a chapter 7. I have the paperwork saying I did not file a chapter 7. So I have the letter from the courts. I have the letter from LexisNexis. I have all three of those, and then it's not on Equifax, and it's not on Experian, and it's only on TransUnion, and I own an LCI because I went to LCI.
Yeah, of course.
Because it was done in 2016.
Oh.
So LCI say they don't have anything in the system with me for its bankruptcy, and what is it, Pacer? That's the only way I found it at in Pacer.
They the only ones that had LexisNexis didn't have it? It was just Pacer?
It's just Pacer.
Wow. Okay. I'm
so who else is another company I need to check with before I go back and start this process of? I even had my birth certificate corrected because it was a misspelling in my name.
Oh, snaps. Okay. So you probably was having the issues with getting the credit bureau to even open investigations. But what was I gonna say? Did you try Novis?
No, I didn't try Novis.
INNOVIS.
Okay.
I would try them.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme is not going to report your bankruptcy. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
And I did the back door to LexisNexis.
Okay. And wait, did you get it deleted from LexisNexis?
It's deleted from LexisNexis. I have the letter and everything.
Okay. We in there. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not missing because I always forget some companies because it's 1,000 of them.
Okay.
But you can ask your question. I'm trying to pull
okay. So I need to start that all over. Then I have a personal loan that was back in 2015. Mm-hmm. It's in charge off. It falls off in February.
Personal loan, you said?
A personal loan.
Okay.
Even though it falls off in February, but they charge interest every month.
Yeah, with the personal loans, unfortunately, that's one thing about them. They write that in their contract. So that's the thing. They're legally able to do it. It's messed up, but they are legally able to do it.
Mm-hmm. So I just need to
CoreLogic. Have you gotten it off of CoreLogic?
CoreLogic. I haven't went to CoreLogic. So I need to do Invis and CoreLogic.
And Novis and CoreLogic. Is it on Experian?
It's not on it. I had it removed from Experian and
okay.
TransUnion is the only one.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get it off CoreLogic and CoreLogic. CoreLogic is you because you got everything else. So yeah, CoreLogic.
Okay. Let's see. My next thing, I have a car that charge off that falls off in December this year. Do I worry about it?
December of this year? What's this month? July?
This is July, baby. This is my birthday month.
Oh, happy birthday. But call them and ask them for early exclusion if it falls off in December.
Okay.
Call each credit bureau and ask them, say, hey, I'm about to purchase a home and this account in which that's about to fall off in December. It's, impending, like it's imploding on me buying a home. So would you remove it? You know what I mean? If it's within 6 months of it, the natural fall off date, they are typically like, okay, they'll go ahead and remove it most times.
Okay. And my addresses, I heard you say something about addresses. So do I need to go in and remove all my addresses from LexisNexis?
Are they on your credit report?
I clean my credit report up.
So you might as well. It's easy. I clean mine. So I would do it because it just makes it easier across the board, honestly. So yeah, I would. And
my next thing is, I let you first tell me about the first part. So now, when I started with you in December of last year, my credit score was like 525.
Okay.
Right now, it's in the 60s, but my highest one is 672 with Experian.
All right, so more than 100 points. That's what's up. What's your utilization?
My utilization is like 9%.
Doing good. Okay.
I have a car. I have 2 late payments on it, and that was like in 2020 or 2021.
What company you got your car with?
Who is them folks? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna keep talking, and I may get the name of who is it car finance with. Oh my, I can't believe that. But anyway, so I have the car. I have Navy Federal pledge loan. I only owe $11 on it, and it paid it up until the last payment. I have I got approved for a USAA Amex card for $2,500.
Oh, congrats! Okay.
And I have Credit One American Express. That's $1,000 limit.
Why you keep getting these co-branded cards? Why you don't go right to American Express?
Because I didn't think they would approve me. Because I got that bankruptcy on there.
A lot of people, no. Listen, you absolutely. I've seen people with so much credit with bankruptcies. It's all in what you have done since your bankruptcy.
Oh, okay. And
so
then
you can get approved for a co-branded Amex card. You typically can get approved for an American Express card.
Oh, I'm gonna do that when we hang up, then, girl. And I got a Discover card.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So yeah, so it sounds like you're doing good with the open trade line. I ain't hear no loans. You got any loans? Any installments?
I have the car.
Oh, okay. And how much longer you have on there?
I had it 3 years last month.
Okay, so you like 2 more years? What you did? 5 years? Okay, so that's cool. You don't got no short term, do you?
Short term is the pledge.
Oh, you do got a pledge. Okay, you did say that. Right? Any late payments other than the car?
The car?
Yeah.
Nope.
You need to know what company you with, because you need to try to get a Goodwill adjustment.
Who am I? Who is my car note with?
Well, whoever it is, try to see if you can get a Goodwill adjustment.
Dang.
What is a small credit union or something?
No, it's a bank.
Company?
Oh jeez. Mama, that's bad. That's bad.
I be forgetting stuff too. Listen, I can't even blame you. Way my mind be gone. I get it. But when you do think of it, see if you're able to look into writing their CEO to see if they'll be able to grant you a Goodwill adjustment.
Okay. And I have a my military star card. And I've been had that for years. This has $3,900 on it.
Okay.
And I got like $80.
Any collections or charge-offs?
I got the charge-off for that. I got a furniture charge-off. Only people are holding on to it is Equifax. TransUnion and Experian have deleted it.
So what's holding it down? What you don't got no other collections or other charge? I'm trying to see.
I got the charge-off from my old car that me and my ex had together, and I turned it back in. That's the one falls off in this December.
Okay, and then since then, no other collections or charge-offs. So those late payments are really doing a number on your credit score.
But see, it's the late payments and TransUnion, with that bankruptcy. Everything else started over new because before I was not applying for anything.
Good.
When I say anything, I am not applying for anything. So when my score started moving, then I said, let me give this a try. First with the pledge loan. Then I did Discover. Then I did the Credit One AmeriCredit, and then I did just the couple of days ago. I did USAA, Amex.
Those accounts must be new. You must got a lot of new accounts.
I have 3 new.
Okay, because I'm like, what is holding your score down? I'm really trying to identify, because I know the late payments, of course, it is holding your score down, but based on what you're telling me, your score definitely could be in the 700s if you get those late payments removed. So you should definitely focus on, even if you get one removed.
Okay.
Because that's a heavy impact on your score. And I'm trying to figure out why it's such a heavy impact when you have so much available, like so many trade lines, but it's because they're new. So
they're 3. Credit One Amex and USAA Amex are new.
Okay, no more applications though. You gotta chill. You gotta chill for a little bit.
I can't try the Amex, the regular one. Then I'm done.
Are you gonna be done for real after?
I'll be done.
You need to let your credit sit for a little bit.
I'm 100% veteran, and I want my house next year.
See, and you trying to get a house next year? No, listen. After the Amex card, don't open up nothing.
Okay, no more. I'll be done. No more. I won't open up nothing. Right.
Yes. Let it sit, and you should be good because you really should be over 700 right now.
Okay,
you should.
Okay, so I need to try to get my car. I'm trying to see if I move my screen, will I lose you? That's what I was trying to see. Because my
you ain't losing me. We in it forever. I'm here. I still hear you though. Oh, actually, I can't hear you. I don't know what happened. I think it did just go off. So I'm gonna leave you up here though, and then I'll call you back. Hey Jay.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. So as everyone else says, I gotta ask the credit goat. So quick question. Story. That's the way I figured out to say it's kind of like a story. So 2020 and 2021 got depressed as fuck. It was really bad. So like a lot of like late payments came through because I was pretty much like super dysfunctional. Only made about $13K that entire year, like total. And then because of that, Discover tried suing me. So in order to swerve that, I did a Chapter 7, successfully swerved it, discharged in May of this year.
Okay.
Since then,
so like 2 weeks ago, right?
What's up?
Like 2 months ago, or?
Yeah. 2 months ago, May.
I'm keeping up. Okay.
Yeah. So successfully discharged then, bankruptcy gone, and discover like they wiped the history and everything on the thing. It was pretty good. But all the accounts are showing included in Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which and it keeps the payment history. So the late payments are still affecting it. I went ahead and bought all your stuff. Wait, what's up?
Late payments are still affecting it. Wait, no, that's wrong.
No?
No, it's not. So it's supposed to be closed. When they're included in bankruptcy, the account stops. Like it's closed. It shouldn't still be reporting like late payments actively. Or are you saying like the older late payments?
The older late payments are still on there. And from what I understand, that's still affecting it, because like when I try to apply like Apple Card, they're like, oh yeah, you still got delinquent payments within the last XYZ time frame. When you look at the like email they send you about the reasoning behind it.
Yeah. It does definitely, even on closed accounts, the payment history does still impact your credit. Yes.
Right. And so I went ahead since then, after following your stuff, I got Self, the $50 a month one.
Good.
I've got Capital One, 3K limit, unsecured. From what I understand, yeah, it was unsecured.
Okay.
And then I got that extra card, which I think is like Grain, but they don't report to TransUnion, unfortunately. So I've got those three things going. Focus on the rebuilding process. I went ahead and bought all your stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course. I just want to know I didn't know what avenue I should actually go down.
So let me see.
So I didn't know if I should try to get the bankruptcy moved first, or if I should try to dispute the other stuff. Or I got the 6 steps, I got the bankruptcy, the DIY kit, and then the boot camp. So I just didn't know which one to actually do.
So I would say for sure, if you would get the bankruptcy and successfully remove the bankruptcy, it's a lot easier to get the accounts included deleted. So I always like to get the bankruptcy first if you can.
Okay.
Now, because so you said you had 2 credit cards or 1? I want to make sure I'm keeping up. 2 credit cards now active, or 1? You said
extra is a debit card that reports it as an installment, I think. Yeah, I think it shows up as an installment, or like a credit line of credit, I think is what it actually shows up as.
That's what it shows up as. You're correct. You need another credit card. I would suggest that you get another credit card for sure. This is going to help you be able to build credit faster. Only building with 2 accounts with Self is just going to take a long time. So if you can get another credit card, even if it's a $200 credit card, because honestly, the limit is not your concern. It's more so just showing active trade lines. So get another credit card. You got Self, so you got a short-term installment, and then then I will be actively challenging a bankruptcy. Most people don't realize bankruptcies are easier to get deleted once if they're newer. Like the newer they are, the easier they are to get deleted. So honestly, I will be trying to challenge that right now. Let me see what else. You may have issues with TransUnion because they are, since it was a recent bankruptcy, they're verifying that through LCI, and that's a whole nother thing. Like you may have,
I know there's sticklers.
I can see that being the one that's like probably going to be the one that's going to piss you off the most. So just be prepared for that. But even if you can get deleted off the other 2, the good thing is a lot of companies that don't even pull TransUnion, so you can, you know what I mean, try to take advantage of that for a while. But you should get another credit card. And other than that, I would be just trying to get the bankruptcy deleted.
Okay. And okay, so just do the bankruptcy masterclass steps, the 6 steps or whatever. Okay.
Then once you get the bankruptcy removed, I would immediately, like the second that you see a letter that says this bankruptcy is removed, I would immediately start attacking the accounts that are included. Hey, you are reporting this account as included in bankruptcy. I do not have a bankruptcy on my credit report. Please remove, please delete. It's a false representation of my credit report. The thing is, people don't catch it in time. They wait. The trick is to catch it within the first 30 days of the bankruptcy being removed. You're legally able to challenge the accounts, because they cannot legally say an account was included in bankruptcy if you don't have a bankruptcy on your credit report. Don't give them time to update it. You have to attack it immediately. So that's why I say get the bankruptcy deleted first and then attack the accounts.
Okay. All right. So bankruptcy and fight the accounts. And then the other goofy thing was the reason why I'm trying to get my credit up is to be able to get a new car. I really need one. Mine's like pretty screwed up. When I went to try to go get one, they said that they wanted 26 G's as a down because of how bad things was. What's up?
Did you try to go through the dealership? Like they find you financing?
The Chrysler financing, I think is what it goes through.
You have Capital One, right? Didn't you say you had?
Yeah.
I would go through Capital One auto financing. They have some of the best auto financing in the world. So if you can show, if you've been with them for at least 6 months and great payment history, making sure you pay them back, they're gonna be the best option, I think, for you to get a car. Go so that way you could go into the dealership already having financing. You don't have to worry about them shopping you around. Use Capital One because they are really good with auto financing.
Okay. And then the other thing that makes it kind of even a little bit more messy is I've been like self-employed like this whole entire time. Since I got rid of the depression shit, I've been doing a lot better. So I like literally like actually 10x'd my income. So I did the 13K in 2021. Now I'm on track to make 6 figures this year. But when I had tried to apply for shit, they hated that I was self-employed. I was like, okay, like I definitely could afford this. Like you can look at my bank, you can look at my statements, but look, because it wasn't a tax return,
right?
What's up?
How long have you been self-employed? For about a year?
No, I've been self-employed since 2014, I think.
Okay, or do you pay yourself like just a regular employee?
It's not LLC, it's just SP, sole proprietorship, just under my name.
See, it's gonna be easier if you LLC it, and then just instead of reporting self-employed, I always just report that I'm employed, and I just use my company as the employer. Self-employment brings on a hell of a headache. I've been self-employed for years, and I still have. It's just so many hoops that they want you to jump through. So it's always easier to just report that you're employed because technically speaking, you would be employed by your company at that point. So that it just makes it easier. It's like it's night and day.
Puts an umbrella there.
Yeah, because I hate reporting that I'm self-employed. No matter what your income is, I'm sure you see, doesn't matter what your income is, it's still you're gonna have to jump through more hoops if you're self-employed. It just is what it is. But I am an employee of my company, so when I am filling out application, I am employed, and I just put my company. It's not a lie in sight. You are an employer of your company, and you can verify it.
Okay.
So I suggest that.
And LLCing up. Some people say LegalZoom. I've heard mixed things about that. Is that BS, or should you just do it on your own?
I did it on my. Well, when I first incorporated, before I got my accounting stuff, I did it on my own. I didn't do LegalZoom because all they is to get an LLC is very easy. Like you can literally, it's easy. I wouldn't pay a third party company to do it unless it's like an account. But you can definitely incorporate yourself like in an LLC.
Okay.
I need to make a video about that because it's very easy. Yeah, just get your EIN from irs.gov. Of course. But yeah, just do your LLC by yourself. I would not pay LegalZoom. It's just an extra fee.
Okay. And then last thing I want to ask about, because I understand now. Before I was like, fuck credit cards, like I'm not gonna use them ever again. But yeah, I saw your videos on that stuff, so I'm like, okay, I better get this established. I don't know if you saw in the group yesterday or the day before, but a lot of people applied for that Amazon Prime card with the $200 sign-on bonus thing, and it was claiming that it couldn't pull my credit report, even though my credit report isn't frozen. And that was happening for other people as well. I just was wondering if you heard anything about that.
No, I did see a few of them, but I just thought maybe their credit reports was locked. Is it a glitch? It may be a glitch.
I don't know. It said check in later.
I would ask for reconsideration if that was the issue or the reason why they denied you. Ask for reconsideration.
That's the weird part. It wasn't even a denial. It was one of those like pre-approval things, like what Apple's doing, like check to see if you qualify. And they said that they couldn't even pull it. So it wasn't a decline. It was just like we couldn't even find you.
I wonder if it's a glitch then, since so many people were applying. Maybe wait a few days and try to do it again, since you ain't getting an inquiry or anything from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. I really appreciate you and your input.
Definitely. You have an amazing day.
All right. Thank you too.
Thank you. Hey, Lucretia.
Hey, Shonda. How are you?
Good. How are you? What time? Let me see what time it is. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Got you. I have the same thing happened to me that happened to the other lady that called in from the Debt Recovery Solutions.
Refresh me. You know my memory.
Like I have my letter here. It's showing on my credit already, but they just sent me the letter. This letter came to me. Well, they mailed it out on June the 17th.
June 7th. Okay.
And we're in the dunning period, but it's already showing up on my credit testament, and my score's already dropped like 4 points already. So
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said to do because the phone was kind of breaking up.
Yeah. So you need to send that debt validation letter ASAP. Do you have a debt validation letter?
I do.
Okay, I was gonna say I can show, but I'm sure somebody in the audience probably gonna be like, well, what letter? Let me just show them real quick. So you need to send this letter to the collection agency, send it certified. You need to send it ASAP. And I would include a copy of their letter and highlight the date on the letter. And I will write a little note to say the dunning period is still active. Please remove this from my credit report. You know, just along those lines, but make sure you highlight it and so that they know that you know that that's because it only goes off the letter on a date. No matter what they say, oh, we've been trying to, it doesn't matter. The letter on a date is what's gonna, make the difference. So yeah, I would do that ASAP.
Okay, so do I need to send the validation letter to this debt recovery solutions, and then I send it to the collection agencies as well.
Wait, ain't that the collection agency?
No, this is I got this from the debt recovery solutions.
They're not so who are they?
They are trying to. It says we are trying to collect the debt that you owe to Buyer Holding, which actually purchased this from Celtic Bank Indigo credit card. And Indigo is still showing on my credit, and they're reporting a zero balance.
So what happened is they charged off the account, but they sold it to a collection agency. But what's confusing me now is who has current ownership, because both of the debt recovery, they're considered a debt collector, a collection agency, right? Mm-hmm. How are they claiming ownership if another collection agency is also claiming ownership? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So the reason why I'm asking, because it may be double jeopardy that you need to challenge. Well, shit, you got two challenges at this point. I want to make sure I understand first. So on the letter that you're looking at, it says that they're collecting on behalf of the original creditor, right?
It says they're collecting on the ones that purchased it, the Buyer Holding.
So this is another company collecting on behalf of the collection agency?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no. Because so it's a few ways that you can go about it, but what I want you to do ASAP is send a debt validation letter, regardless if we later on down the line challenge it a different way, send that debt validation letter just so you can show that you sent it in time, because that's the most important. But now, so who is on your credit report? Other than, I know the original creditor has a charge off, but what collection agency is on your credit report?
This debt recovery solutions. That's what's popular.
I don't know why they're trying. So what happened is maybe the collection agency just sold it to them. That's the only solution. That's the only thing that would make sense in my head right now, because I'm not sure why a collection agency would have another collection agency.
That's not making sense because it says trying to collect the debt that you owe to Buyer Holding.
So maybe they sold it. That's possible that they sold it, but even in that case, they still haven't given you the proper time to request validation. So yeah, send that letter that I just showed you ASAP. And make sure you send it before the 17th or whatever date, the 24th or whatever it was on that letter. Make sure
it says if you write to us by July 27th, we must stop collection, but they're already reporting.
Exactly. So make sure you send that ASAP. I will send it. Like, man, if you can send it tomorrow or today, send it ASAP.
Okay, I'll do that.
And make sure before you send it, you take a picture of it and email it to yourself, just so you can have proof and show that in case you need to file a CFPB complaint, you have that proof. I always just take a picture of it and send it to my email just to keep for my records. But yeah, you need to send that ASAP.
Okay. And I have some notes. That phone will stop ringing in a second. Portfolio recovery. I have two things on my credit from them. One's for $351. One is for like $2,500.
Okay.
And
is it for the same company or two different debts?
It's two different debts.
Okay.
So should I pay them?
I would settle with them. They'll delete it though. That's the good thing. They will delete it. I would settle with them. I ain't paying them balance. No. I'll settle for at least 40 to 50% of the debt. That's what I would do if I were you, or I would try to. They're going to delete it though once it's paid. So that's a good thing about PRA.
Okay. And like I have things showing like charged off on my credit, and it's got like a zero balance on all of them except for those two from portfolio recovery. So what should I do about that?
Portfolio recovery is reporting a charge off on your account?
It's showing charge off collection.
Okay, so that means that it was a charge off and they sold. Okay, I want to make sure because they are not able to report a charge off, but that's another story. So that's fine if it's reporting charge off / collection. That just means that it was a charge off and they sold it to them. So wait, what was your question? I'm sorry.
The ones that's showing like I owe zero, but it's saying it was charged off. Could I challenge those? Like, what should I do about those?
So yeah, you can challenge it. Have you, okay, because the reason why I'm about to reference another video is because I don't have the documents to show you. What I would suggest is you do is watch the how to remove a charge off on a YouTube channel and follow those exact steps for all of your charge offs with $0 balance. Like in the video, I show you the letters and everything. I just don't have them available right now to show. But yeah, go watch that, and I would challenge those charge offs since they have a $0 balance.
Okay. And one more question. I have a secured Capital One card for $200, and I have the Quicksilver unsecured card. And it's almost been 6 months that I've had that. My credit score has increased. My utilization is at 1%. So from this point, what should be my next step as to build my credit?
Okay. What you said about 6 months that you've had Capital One?
It'll be 6 months that I've had the Quicksilver card in September.
What is your average scores? Like, where are they at around about?
Well, right now I'm at a 640. I was at a 644 until that popped up on my credit, but I'm at a 640.
You got to get that collection removed first. You got to get them to delete that first, because that recent collection is going to automatically always give you a denial because it's so recent. Get that collection off first by sending the letters. But when you get that off, I feel like you need to apply for a mid-tier card because you don't have any cards that's really giving you any rewards. I know the Quicksilver, you don't have no cards that's giving you no rewards. So I would look at I don't know if you're into Citi. Citi has great, they got some of my favorite cards. The double cash, the custom cash, perfect for everyday use. Or I don't know if you want to get in the Amex family. If you do, the Amex Gold, Blue Cash every day are good options. Chase, the Freedom Unlimited, the Freedom Flex are amazing options. Your next credit card should be a mid-tier card, is what I'm trying to say, because you already got a credit card, you already got a secure card. You shouldn't get any cards on that level anymore. At this point, now you can look to mid-tier cards, but that collection, unless you get that off right now, you gonna get denied.
Okay.
Yeah, so focus on that collection for sure.
Okay. That was all my questions. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. You have an amazing day. All right, yeah, I'm gonna take 2 more because I gotta go get my kids. AT, look, how do you always get up here?
Yeah, I was just about to say, look, I'm not at work this time. So
I swear you always find a way on the stage. That's so funny. But how you doing
today? I be trying to. I kept coming in and kept saying it was full. I was like, I'm determined to get in this chat.
And they moved you to the front of the line. I don't know how. So I thought you was next.
It's a blessing. You must have known.
But what's up? How can I help you, girl?
Okay, so last time we saw, I had told you that I'm just trying to clean up my credit, make it look good and stuff. The only thing you told me to really worry about was the medical debt, which you told me use the HIPAA letters. So I've been working on trying to get that wrote up and everything.
Yes.
I actually pulled my full credit today to just take a look and see what's all up there. And I had saw that I have like 17 accounts in total, but I think only like 10 or 5 are actually active.
Friend, put on your seatbelt. You making me nervous.
I didn't have my seatbelt on.
Okay, my bad. I couldn't concentrate. Now, what you saying? I was just thinking about, damn, she need to put on her seatbelt the whole time. But come on.
No, I'm good. But no, I have 17 accounts, but I think only like 10 are active. But I think I wrote it all down, but I'm driving, so obviously I can't get it right now. But I think 5 of them are credit cards, like 5 or 6
are open, right?
Yeah, they're open. They're open and they're active. I was just trying to figure out like the best way to keep building on my credit, because I don't really have nothing bad up there besides like these 3 accounts. Is that Verizon one, which you told me not to worry about because it's telecommunications, and then the medical one, which I'm working on, and then there's one more up there, which is a furniture store one, but it's been paid off. But the only thing they're saying that's potentially negative is because I had a 30-day late payment in September of 2018, but it got paid off in 2019. So
okay. Wait. Okay. So is that the only late payment you have on the furniture account?
That's the only late payment I have on all my accounts. But it's paid off. So I didn't know if I needed to do anything about it. I only bring it up because it says potentially negative. So I don't know if it's like hindering my score at all because it's up there, or if I should just, it's okay, I don't need to worry about it.
But wait, because you said the telecommunications one, is that a $0 balance or are you still owe on there?
No, telecommunications is a collection account.
I'm saying, do you still have a balance on that collection?
Yes, it's like over 900, I think.
Oh, wait. So how old is that account?
I think it was either 2016 or 2018.
Oh, that's why. I'm like, why I tell you not to pay that? Because it's so old. That's why.
Yeah. It was a old.
I'm like, wait, when the hell? Why I say that? Okay, but it makes sense because it's so old. I was like, why would I lie like that? But that makes sense because it's so old, so it's not really going to improve your credit at this point. But wait, so I'm trying to. So you said you had 7 credit. What's your utilization?
I think it said my overall was like. Well, I don't know if it says overall, but I know on one of my cards it's a Ashley Furniture credit card. That one says 11%, and then on another one, I think it's my USAA one. I think that one said 11% also.
So around you, you comfortable with saying it's all overall under 20%? Or
yeah.
50%? Okay. What's your scores around?
As far as I know, I think
it's giving me 6s. Is that sound accurate?
Yeah, I think it's like 700.
Oh, so wait. Oh yeah, because you said you ain't have no yeah, that would make sense. So wait, what you just trying to figure out what?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it like better because I mean 700 is great because I'm in the 700s, but I just want to keep building on it because I've been trying because I have a couple of like credit cards I use daily, but I didn't get the whole. I know I'm supposed to have a balance up there that's under 10% by the statement date, but I didn't know if I know avoiding the interest you have to have everything paid off by that due date.
Yeah.
My statement date be like 2 days after the due date, so I didn't know if me putting a balance on the due date is going to affect the interest so it can post on the statement date.
You know what you might need to do? You might need to just move your due dates around. You might need to request that they move your due dates. I've been needing 2 weeks in between, or at least a week, just because it's that's a lot. Because at this point, that's a lot because it takes 2 days to post anything on a credit card anyway.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Does it really count if it didn't post? That's what I was trying to
No, it don't count if it didn't post. So pending charges or payments do not count. So yeah.
Okay, so I need to have it before my due date or after, like a week after?
I like my due date first and at least my statement date at least a week or 2 after. That's how I prefer it. But I mean, of course, it's what works best for you. I prefer my statement date at least 2 weeks after my due date.
Okay, I can do that. Okay, cause I was trying to figure that little gap out. I was like, I only got 2 days. They ain't even gonna post.
2 days is nothing. You ain't gonna have. It's nothing gonna be able to post in that time. You may get some, but I mean, it's just too hard. It's too stressful for me. I don't like stress. So
right.
Yeah, I think you should probably move your due date at least a week up, or yeah. So you just have enough time for things to post.
Okay. So besides that, I mean, I don't need to worry about the furniture one then, right?
What's your everyday spender credit card?
I got a USAA American Express card.
You got a Amex?
Yeah, it's USA.
I mean, like, do you have any like ones through American Express?
Like actually directly through them?
What's stopping you? Why you ain't going there?
I don't know. Like I guess I looked on their cars and most of them I saw it's like it got them annual things. And I ain't trying to...
Yeah. Okay, I get it. American Express do have annual fees, but I mean the benefits out. You gonna get way more points than you getting, or even cashback that you're getting with that card. That's all. But you might need to go Amex because you're leaving a lot of points on the board, especially if you're having an everyday spender with a credit union. I don't like everyday spenders to be credit unions because they don't give enough. They give a good limit, but they don't give enough rewards, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's just something that you can think about, because you're leaving a lot of money and points on the table.
So you're saying instead of use my USAA card, I need to get an actual Amex card.
Yeah, look, see, in my opinion, credit union credit cards are best for things that you want to finance over a certain amount of time because they typically have very low interest. Everyday spenders are going to be cards that's going to benefit, like have a lot of rewards or cash back. You know, things, balances that you're going to take care of every month. A credit union is the only time I ever swipe my Navy Federal card is if I know I want to have at least a few months to pay something off.
Okay.
I'm definitely ain't using that for no everyday spender because they don't give enough points. I don't play about my points. So nah. So yeah,
Okay.
I do like to have both because they both are beneficial. But everyday spender at a credit union, nah, they ain't getting that from me.
Okay, so if I open the Amex thing, I don't need to close my cards though, right?
No. You don't.
Okay.
You don't gotta close it at all. I just want you to get an everyday spender that because you know if you spending something every day, you absolutely need to have a lot of points or cash back. Like it needs to make sense.
Okay, and there was an important one. I'm glad I remembered. So I had student loans, but they've been in bereavement and everything because they never was like they was never set for me to start paying because I was in the military and stuff. So you know they do defer me on that.
Yeah.
So they're still in bereavement, but I've been paying on them.
Okay.
And it was only like it's only like 5,000. So I've already knocked down like 4,000 already. So
you only owe 5 more?
No, I only owe like maybe 1,400.
How old are your student loans?
I got them back in 2016.
You know that's gonna end. You're gonna lose your credit age.
That's what I'm about to say. They're not closed yet. It closed one of them because it was 2 separate ones. And they closed, but I still have one of them still open because I'm still paying on it. And I had saw a post of you saying don't pay them off because of the credit age. But I have.
It depends. But I if you're gonna get an Amex, get it before you pay that off. That's all.
Okay. I have like another, I guess, account that's with a community bank or whatever that I had got a loan from, and that's still open. And I had got that way before I had got that student loan. So that's I think on my credit report it says that's my longest account right now, and it's like 6 years. So.
But I mean, okay. So let me ask you a question. That doesn't have higher interest in your student loans?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, they looked out for you because normally I was gonna say, yeah, I would be paying that off rather than not paying it off, but paying it down so that you don't have to pay as much interest. But
yeah, loans don't got no interest on it right now.
You're right. I forgot they did do the
it's good until the end of August. That's why I've been paying on it because I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and knock it out. So
I mean, you are getting rid of that. I just, of course, when it closes, you can just expect to lose a few points. It ain't gonna be the end of the world though. But yeah. Get your Amex before that closes though, for sure.
Okay. I guess it better be a low annual if I'm gonna do that.
It's gonna be what?
I said, hopefully it's a low annual if I'm gonna do that.
Gold is what, $95? I want to say. I could be wrong. The gold is low, and I don't even think the blue cash is low too, if any. Wait, you're in the military, right?
Yeah.
You don't gotta pay annual fees.
I'm a veteran.
Does that count?
Yeah, I don't know if that counts.
Does veterans? They don't give y'all nothing. How long you been out?
It might because a lot of stuff like with USAA, I was a veteran, and that's how I was able to get an account with them.
Well, yeah, but they specialize in military.
And Navy Federal.
Does anyone know? Because I don't know off the top of my head. Does anyone know if veterans count to get the annual fee waived, or is it just active? Dang, I low key wish you would have got the Amex before you went. How long you been gone from the military?
I've been gone since 2020, so 2 years.
2 years, so they might got that in their system, I'm sure. Wait, so people saying that if a veteran, they said vets count, girl, go. If you don't run to America, okay, vets count. So shit, you don't have to pay an annual fee. That's the best. That's the best shit ever.
Okay.
Wow. Damn, I might need to enlist just to get the annual because they annual fees do be hidden. The annual fees do be crazy, but I mean, you're a vet, so you may not even have to pay it.
Okay, but
the gold annual fee $250. My bad. See, I don't be remembering. But it's worth it. You're gonna get more than $200. You're gonna make more than $250 on that card for some person who just said that. But yeah, you need another everyday spender. I don't like that you spending on the USAA. They ain't giving you enough. Or at least a Chase if you don't want to do Amex, a Chase or a City, but not USAA.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Damn, but it sounds like that my credit pretty good right now, so I ain't gonna worry about it so much. I appreciate that though.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too.
All right. Hi, Miss Tasha.
Hello, Miss Shonda. How are you?
How are you today?
I'm happy. It's nice and warm here today. So I'm excited that I'm able to talk to you.
I'm excited to talk to you as well. How can I help you?
I have a bankruptcy issue.
Bankruptcy. What's going on? How long ago you filed?
2019. It was dismissed last year. Well, it was dismissed, and I guess I made 3 years dismissal as of this year March. So it's 3 years old now.
Okay.
I've been working really, really hard. I've gone through your bankruptcy master class, and I've done 3 rounds with all 3 bureaus.
Mm-hmm.
I started with a locked Sage Stream prior to the merger with LexisNexis. I had LexisNexis locked as well, and I was able to successfully get it removed from LexisNexis.
Next question. Okay.
But and then I also asked for an updated report. Once I sent out my last round, because the first 2 rounds each said it was verified. So Experian, Equifax, as well as TransUnion all said it was verified.
Wait, I want to make sure you've gotten it deleted from LexisNexis up until this point, right?
Yes.
What about the others? Do you know?
No. ARS, CoreLogic, anything like that? No.
Why are you challenging the bureaus then? You gotta wait. Oh, did it click you off? Can you still see me?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. You going ahead. You gotta get it deleted off at least LexisNexis, Anovis, and CoreLogic, at the very least.
Anovis and CoreLogic don't have it.
Okay. So
I don't know about ARS, and I'm sure LCI has it.
Yeah, I can already tell you they got it. But so what are they saying? What are the credit bureaus saying?
Okay, so Equifax, and where they say they're verifying, so the line or the box, it always says updated, but it never gives a verification date.
What you mean?
Meaning that there's 3 boxes. One box says updated. The next box says verified, last verified. It never has a date in that box.
Oh, I get what you're saying on the results back from the
That is correct. And of course, it indicates that LexisNexis is who they use to verify. No indication any other third party. So based on me sending in the court letter, as well as the LexisNexis deletion letter, it doesn't match the results.
Why?
Because they're not, both the last 2 rounds, it doesn't have a verification date, and the fact that they're saying they're using LexisNexis.
So, okay, let me make sure. What are you saying to them after they've told you that the furniture is LexisNexis? What are you saying to them?
That the furniture that they've indicated, and of course I've highlighted it on the actual report that they sent to me, that they have deleted it because they were not able to verify it.
Right. And they still are just giving you the runaround?
That's Equifax. Experian, on the other hand, they actually, this is the last round, just came back on the 13th of this month. They're saying that the company that reported the information has certified to Experian that the information is accurate. So it remains. They didn't say verified. They didn't say verified.
And so your response to that is going to be, well, no, I have it in writing that the exact opposite of what you're saying. They did not say that, the account is verified because this is exactly what they sent me. Is that what you responded?
I haven't responded yet. I was hoping to talk to you today, and I had the question because there's a couple of things. One, they actually just documented on here because they received the letter from LexisNexis that says that it was deleted. And it was deleted because it wasn't able to be verified.
Okay.
But also, I guess I kind of don't know where to go with it because they have the courthouse letter, they have the deletion letter from LexisNexis, but they're verbally saying that basically it's certified.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that means.
They're basically saying that they did an investigation and they determined that it was accurate. that means nothing because they always send it. You know, I don't want that to discourage you. You have it in black and white that LexisNexis is deleting it. You have it in black and white that they are claiming LexisNexis as the furnisher. So what I would do is I would absolutely only give them one more round to fix it. I would absolutely let them know that if they are not going to rectify the situation, you are going to take it above them. Now you give them. Well, see, the thing is, you see 30 days, they're not really, you know. You give them. I would say give them 60, just so you can cross all of your T's and dot your I's. At that 60th day, if you don't have results, then you need to file an official complaint. You get going back and forth with them, and you got something. I don't do that. I'm gonna go to CFPB. I'm gonna file a complaint against every single credit bureau. You have proof that they said that LexisNexis is the furnisher. You have proof that LexisNexis told you that they could not verify it, so they deleted it. Therefore, you need to request that if they're not able to source a different furnisher, then they cannot go off LexisNexis because LexisNexis shows that they don't have it. Let me ask you a question. You said you locked your LexisNexis. Is your LexisNexis unlocked?
It's unlocked right now.
Okay, great.
But I did verify that it's still not on the report.
Okay, great. So yeah, give them one more time because you do have to forewarn them that you're going to escalate. Sorry, the issue. Give them one more time. I would even handwrite it.
That's what I did the last time. I handwrote it because the first two were typed. The way you gave it
specifically, and I would make sure I include a copy of what LexisNexis said. I know you did it all again, but just so you can have the correct due process, make sure you send one more time. Let them know if this is not rectified, you are willing to take it above them to the CFPB, to the Attorney General, etc. And then file a complaint. Like you have to follow through with the threat. You know what I mean? If you're going to make it. So yes, give them one more time, and if not, file a complaint because the going back and forth and installing you is going to keep happening.
Okay. The other issue is I have 2 authorized accounts on my bureaus. Okay. So I'm an authorized user on 2 accounts. One account, both accounts are at the same address, which are not my address. So when I applied, they asked where did I want the card sent. They never asked for an address.
Okay.
Of course, it was sent to the party who actually is the primary. Okay, which is a different address. So now Experian refuses to update my address to my address that has always been on file, even though I've sent in documentation, my driver's license, and I sent in a copy of my current water bill. And they, of course, when I go in, it clearly states we are unable to allow you to pull this report because a lender has a different address until this is updated. Because I'm not understanding how a lender is able to alter my address when you have proof from the consumer.
So wait, when you have an AU account, that address does legally need to report. So I don't dispute that address. It needs to stay. However, what I'm concerned about, are they reporting your actual address as previous, or?
They're not reporting any address because I already updated my personal information to one name, one address. So now there's no address listed. So I can't, online, I can't review my account at all.
So yeah, you gotta have, so it's the AU account address is always going to be on your credit report. Whether they sent it to your house or not, that address is going to be on your credit report. So you basically want to have just that address be your real address because you're gonna have to keep that on your credit report if you want the AU account to count. So yeah, you gotta have both. But instead of fighting that address, I would just ask them to add your real address, as opposed to just saying no, take that off. Don't even fight with that because that's gonna report as long as that account continues to report. And there are, if it's an active creditor and they're constantly reporting it every month, they do have to report that on your credit report. It's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. That's why I always say have 1 to 2 addresses because the AU account is going to have to report. So I wouldn't try to fight them on getting it deleted, but I would say make sure you add my actual mailing address.
Okay, so how do I get them to make that my mailing address? Because it seems as if they don't want to make that my mailing address. They want to keep the AU address as my mailing address.
Are none of your creditors reporting your actual address?
Yes, all of my other creditors are reporting my actual address.
And I'm surprised that they took that address off, all of your current creditors. How long has it been off?
Probably 6 months or greater.
That's interesting because normally if And that's not on your credit report? That's so strange.
Yeah, it's not on any other report. It's only on Experian. Experian literally took off my current address that's been my address for 15 years, and they just added the AU address as my actual address, but they don't have it listed in my personal information. So when I look at my personal information, there is no address.
Oh, there's none?
No, but if I go online and look, in the portal, it actually has the last address as the AU address.
Okay, so you might have to call them, because
I've called 10 times and nobody, they keep telling me.
Normally,
yeah.
That's interesting. I wonder what is causing that. What are they saying on the phone? Like what are they saying?
They need verification. Now, they want me to upload it to the portal online, which I refuse to do. I typically send everything via mail.
Yeah, and I agree with you. However, when it comes to addresses, it's perfectly fine to update with Experian. Experian is really good with their portal, by the way. I don't have an issue with Experian portal.
Okay.
I absolutely upload it. I've never had an issue with their portal.
Okay. So I'm sending a copy of my driver's license and a water bill. Should I, is there something else that you suggest that I maybe should do to have them update that address? And how would that impact the AU account, once they change it? How, any idea what that
impact it at all? It'll just have both. It's supposed to have just both addresses listed. That's it. It's not going to close it. It's not going to impact the AU account at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I would for sure upload it times.
Okay. Because I kind of just, didn't want it to be split where mail would be going there as well as coming here.
Yeah, mail shouldn't go there regardless. Because you still should be able to. Your mail should still be normal and fine, regardless of what's on your credit report. But it is perfectly fine to have both addresses on there.
Okay. And that's I guess the last question is, I have a thin file. Stopped using credit for a long time. Of course, I had the bankruptcy. Nothing really was included except my oldest card, which was a Capital One account. Small balance, $200, but it was paid. I paid it in full. So that account is now closed. Okay. I have two of my own primaries. One is 2200, 2250 with Mercury, and then I have an 800 with Open Sky. So they gave me, I started with 200, added 300. They gave me up to 800, so above my security deposit.
These are now current, right?
Yes. No late payments. The two AUs, I have one that's 1,000 and the other is 12,000. I did do a pledge loan with Navy Federal that closed out as of February this year. That was for 1,000, but I just redid it this month for 10,000. So I just set up my payment, my 93% for my first payment, and then scheduled the rest of my payments for the pledge.
Navy Federal? I don't know if you said it. I couldn't.
I'm sorry?
You have a credit card with Navy Federal?
They just gave me 25,000.
I was like, okay, if you pledge on, I need them to give you at least 20. I swear I was just gonna say that. Okay, good.
Okay, so I just need to know, that's all that I have right now. So the new pledge loan for 10 and the 25 is not reported yet because that won't report until the end of this billing cycle, which will be in August for both. I just need to know what my next steps should be. Like, who should I apply for? Who would I be okay to apply for? Remember, the bankruptcy is still on there.
Yeah, but I don't know if you sound like you applying for a lot. I wouldn't, you opening a lot of accounts right now. I don't know if I would recommend more.
No, I didn't apply for any credit cards at all. I only had the pledge loan I applied for. So I have one inquiry on my TransUnion. I have 3 on my Experian, but one is about to drop off. And I have none on my Equifax at all. So I have not applied for any other credit card at all in the last 2 years.
Oh, okay. I was hearing. Okay, I'm thinking you were. Okay. So you're not with Amex, right? You said that. What is your goal? Because I know you got American Express 25. When that reports, because that's not reporting yet, right?
I don't have any American Express at all.
I would wait till your Navy Federal card reports for at least 90 days, and then I would apply so that they can consider that limit and give you something near it, or whatever.
Okay, so you think even with the bankruptcy that I'm good to apply for Amex, or should I apply for the co-branded with Navy Federal first?
I'm not a fan of co-branded Navy. I mean, not Navy Federal. I'm not a fan of co-branded American Express cards, and I love Navy Federal. It's not personal to them. I'm not a fan of co-branded cards.
Okay.
It's the same qualifications as getting a real card, but you get more benefits if you apply straight through American Express. So I'm just not a fan of them, but you of course,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of them. If you're gonna get an Amex, that's how I feel.
Okay. Anything else? Is that the only thing I should apply for at this time? And how long should I garden for before I go for another round?
It ain't a garden unless it's been at least 18 months.
I know.
Yeah, then y'all be like, I'm gardening for 6 months. You did not garden.
I did good. I only applied for one.
Yeah, but at least 18 months. At least 18 months. Especially if you're trying to make a big purchase like a house, car. I don't know if you are, but I'm just saying that's the best to do it when you are doing that.
Yeah, well, I have a couple businesses, so I'm working on my business credit as well.
I was gonna say, at this point, I would be trying to you need to get with American Express so that you can start business, because I prefer to spend on business cards than personal.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So I would move on to business. You seem like you with the personal, you're good for right now. I would be focused on business.
Okay, so even with the bankruptcy, I shouldn't worry about that at this point.
I mean, you can't do anything about it at this point except show that you're able to pay your current bills. As long as you don't get no late payments, no new collections, no charge-offs, you're good. And continue to fight the bankruptcy, but don't let it stop you.
Okay. Yeah. I just needed the okay.
Don't pay that loan off early.
No, I'm just gonna. It's 24 months. I did 12 months last time, which was wrong. I should have done at least 24, but I'm gonna do. I did 24 this time. So.
Okay. Yeah, you good.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shonda.
You're welcome, and you have a great day.
You do the same.
Y'all, it is 4:37. I gotta get these dang old kids by 5. My son, I'm surprised he ain't dang on texting me. So I gotta get off here. My kids don't have. It's Friday. Oh, it's Friday. Y'all trying to do a wine and chill and credit tonight? Y'all trying to drink some wine and do more consults tonight? Because we really could do that, like for real. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look. So what time? Like 8 or 9. And then we can just, wine, vibe out, chill, and talk about credit. Let's do that tonight. Okay, cool. And I'll do it on TikTok and YouTube. But I gotta go get my kids because y'all know they be trying to charge them late fees, and I ain't got time. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Have your wine, have a good vibe, and we just gonna chill and learn tonight. That's just what I'm on today. So yeah, bye.